alongside you, Brian Dennett, handling all of our production and camera duties today. And it's time now for another installment of our Saline Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week as a clash of area titans here today, southeast of Saline, taking on Chapman for a softball doubleheader. Glad to be bringing you coverage here from Gypsum, Kansas. The Lady Irish up to bat here first. Both teams come in very hot starts to the year. Southeast of Saline enters at 8-0. Chapman comes in at 6-2. And we'll get a little more into the resumes of these two teams. But first, let's meet the starting lineup for the Chapman Lady Irish. Jay Rogers, the shortstop, will lead things off. She'll be followed in the order by catcher Casey Heller, pitcher Maddie Harold, and batting in the cleanup spot today, it's center fielder Taylor Gustafson. Batting fifth, it's the left fielder Tegan Ellis, then third baseman Abby Martinez, right fielder Zoe Peterson, first baseman Kaylee Livingston, and second baseman Mackenzie Leedy, bringing up the rear of the lineup here today. And a good start, a looking strikeout for Lexi Jacobson, who picks up right where she left off just a couple days ago. Jacobson has put up insane numbers in her first four starts. She has thrown 21 2/3 innings, holds a perfect 4-0 record, and then you get into some of the actual stats as they will roll one to second. Adams picks it up, throw to first is in time, and it's quickly 2 down here for southeast of Saline. But going back to Jacobson's line, 21 2/3 innings pitched to the tune of a 1.62 ERA, a 1.25 whip, 35 strikeouts compared to only 12 walks, including 11 Ks during the first game of the Sacred Heart doubleheader. That saw southeast of Saline walk away with a 12-2 run rule victory. It's another gorgeous day for some area softball, about 72 degrees, all sunshine here in Gypsum as the next pitch is delivered, and that is fouled away by Maddie Harold. Harold is the starting pitcher today for the Chapman Lady Irish. Got to be one of the best pitching talents in the state of Kansas. Only a junior this year. We'll talk more about some of her pitching numbers on the other side of the break. But here, can't catch up to an off-speed pitch outside and falls behind in the count at 1-2. Harold's been good swinging the bat so far this year as well. A .500 batting average, slugging .792, and one of just 2 Lady Irish lineup members with 10 or more hits. 12 hits this season, 1 of each as well. 2 doubles, a triple, and a home run for good measure. Best on best here as Jacobson delivers the 2-2. That ball is taken out into left. It is down in foul territory, and it will remain a 2-2 count here on Maddie Harold. Harold has also been awfully patient at the plate. She has been tough to strike out. 2 walks this year, only 3 strikeouts for the whole season. And is not somebody that goes down swinging often. Jacobson trying to find a way to get that out here. 2 down in the inning. The 2-2 misses up and in. The count worked full. And there you see the pitching prowess on full display for Maddie Harold. She thinks like a pitcher at the plate. And it has certainly aided in her cause throughout the course of the year. Payoff pitch on the way. Lifted high in the air. This one coming right back to the backstop. And Maddie Harris, boy, tough play to try to make against the fence. And it will drop foul to keep the count full at 3-2. Boy, I thought that one might have found its way over to the fence to us here, just behind the backstop here in Gypsum. But either way, things reset. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down in the inning. Maddie Harold trying to get a rally going, and once again, we'll get a piece of it and foul it back to keep the count full here. It looks like we're out of softballs here. Coach Potachik to the rescue. Does help if you've got a ball or 2 to play with. Potachik, or rather Jacobson, will issue a walk here, and Maddie Harold is aboard. 3rd walk of the season for Maddie Harold. And Taylor Gustafson will grab a bat now and try to keep this 2-out rally rolling for the Lady Irish. Gustafson off to a good start to the season as well. 8 driven in for her this year. Swings at the first pitch she sees and fouls it back to start the count off here at 0-1. It's a Chapman team that comes in at 6-2 this year. They began their season a perfect 5-0. Had to take on some really tough competition here as of late. Doubleheaders with Clay Center and Rock Creek that both resulted in splits. And now facing one of the premier foes in Class 3A in southeast of Saline. But this is a good matchup. It's a Chapman team that goes up to 4A during football season. Plays in the NCKL with a lot of 4A foes. And the pitch misses upstairs to even the count at 1-1. Going back to Gustafson's numbers, she has also been tough to strike out this year. Just 2 Ks in the ledger compared to 3 walks. Jacobson looking to get out of the inning unscathed. Back in the circle, ready to go. The 1-1 pitch on the way, chopped foul. Boy, almost an excellent stop there. Kyle Cook knocks it down. Cook, the head coach of the Chapman Lady Irish here in year 2 at the helm. But the count remains 1-2. Jacobson ready to go here once again. Gustafson trying to keep things going. Harold aboard at first. The pitch on the way. In there for a called strike, and that will close out the top of the first. Southeast of Saline gets out unscathed. Back with more when we return. It's the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week here in Gypsum, Kansas.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back in here to Gypsum, Kansas, our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. All knotted up at 0 as we go to the home half of inning number 1. And Southeast of Saline will bring the bats up here for the first time today. It'll all start with pitcher Lexi Jacobson batting in the leadoff spot. She'll be followed by catcher Maddie Harris, shortstop Brielle Potacek, DP Brenna Baird in the cleanup spot today. Batting 5th, it's first baseman Kimber Ogrzolka, followed by second baseman Brooklyn Adams, center fielder Abba Pearson, right fielder Abby Wyatt, and left fielder JC Berghardt. Bringing up the rear of the lineup, Addison Roy, your third baseman, is the flex for Southeast of Saline here today. It's not going to be easy sledding on the other side of this matchup as Madeline Harold, sometimes better known as the Mad Dog, will take to the circle. And again, Harold, one of the premier pitchers in the state of Kansas, has already put up some ridiculous numbers here as she's got Jacobson behind 0-2. 6 appearances for Harold so far this season, including 4 starts, a perfect 4-0 record, 26 2/3 innings, and how about a .79 ERA to go along with a .63 whip? You see great velocity on the fastball, and it's a looking strikeout of Lexi Jacobson on just 3 pitches to start this game for Madeline Harold. Harold will now turn and face the 2-hole hitter for Southeast of Saline, Maddie Harris. Harris has been one of the toughest outs in the state this year. This should be a fun battle back and forth between these two. Harris batting .600 on the year, slugging .800, and taking the first pitch away for ball 1. 15 hits to lead the team, 5 doubles, also leads the team. 9 driven in this year for Maddie Harris. Here, the all-league catcher just trying to start things off and get the table set. And boy, the velocity on the heater for Madeline Harold is probably the best I've seen on the high school softball diamond so far this year. Harris rolls up the sleeves, buckles back in. The 1-0 is going to be fouled back to the screen, and Harold once again is ahead in the count. Madeline Harold, 51 strikeouts, only 9 walks this year, and is not afraid to go deep into counts when she needs to. Part of the double-edged sword, too, with the fastball coming home as quick as it does. When she does pull the string, it is dramatic. See what she comes home with here. The 1-2. just fighting that off as Harris. Boy, that one brought inside. And Harris just able to muscle it away to keep herself in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. This is a Chapman team that has looked good on the offensive end. 53 runs this season through their first 8 games. And it's another strikeout, this time of the swinging variety for Madeline Harold. 2 up, 2 down for Southeast of Saline, and Brielle Potacek coming to the plate. Potacek off to a hot start like most of this lineup is. You take a look at the numbers for the Southeast shortstop this year. How about a .667 batting average here early in the year to go along with a .700 on base percentage. Potacek's been patient. 5 walks, only 1 strikeout all year. And right now trying to set the table for Brenna Baird. Swings through the next pitch though and evens the count at 1-1. While we've got a moment, take a look at the fielders here on the defensive side for Chapman. Heller gets the start behind the plate. It's Livingston at first, Leedy at second, Rogers at short, and Martinez tending to the hot corner at third. Your outfield from left to right, Ellis, Gustafson, and Peterson. And there you see, taking a little something off of that one was Harold. And the count goes to 2-1. Potacek back in the box, ready to go. Pitch on its way. Misses inside. Good eye there from Potacek. And the count now 3-1. By the way, that strikeout of Maddie Harris, as well as the strikeout of Lexi Jacobson, just the second for each batter this season in 8 games. 3-1, misses up. Potacek will take it. And it's a 2-out walk here for Southeast of Saline. The Lady Trojans have got the table set now for Brenna Baird. So both teams, 2 quick outs and then a 2-out walk. Chapman's inning came to a close with a looking strikeout. Brenna Baird trying to avoid the same fate here. We'll watch the first pitch miss up and out. And here's where you're going to see Southeast of Saline just kind of be terrors on the base paths. That's something they've done a good job of all year long. Gives you a little something extra to think about if you're the defense, and it's going to give Heller a little something extra to think about behind the plate today. Big lead in a throw that is low. Once again, trying to get that back pick. Nothing doing, though, and the count even at 1-1 here on Brenna Baird. Baird's been excellent this season. A .478 hitter, 11 hits, 4 of the extra base variety. She's driven in 10 runs already this year. And takes one that gets by the catcher. Potacek takes off. She'll be aboard here at second base. And turn the corner. She's thinking 3, and Ake's going to bounce off the mitt. Potacek turns and comes home. Brielle Potacek is going to swipe 3 bags on a little mental miscue for the Chapman Lady Irish, and Southeast of Saline will take the lead on a nutty running play from Brielle Potacek. Potacek was dead to rights. She should have been out by a good 3 feet. And instead, a throwing error is going to lead to the Southeast shortstop coming around to score. 2-1 pitch, big swing and a miss there for Brenna Baird. I believe that's going to be ruled a stolen base and then an error. First and only of the day for the Irish. The 2-2 swung on and missed, and it's 3 strikeouts in a row to close out the inning here for Madeline Harold, but not before Southeast of Saline gets 1 run across on the strangest of circumstances. They lead at 1-0. We're back with more when we return on our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
For over 90 years, when people go car shopping, they've been coming to Marshall Motors in Salina. Hi, this is Dane at Marshall Motors. The world has changed, but the way we do business remains the same. We promise you the right price, no pressure, and to be your trusted dealership for sales and service. For over 90 years, we've been treating people the way we want to be treated and watching them drive away with a smile and a great ride. Come see us in South Salina at Marshall Motors. We keep life moving.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of two types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Saline Pain Clinic. Our pain specialists will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at SalinePainClinic.org.
Tegan Ellis, Abby Martinez, and Zoe Peterson will lead off the second here for the Chapman Lady Irish. Another inning of work here for Lexi Jacobson in the circle. And so far, through the first inning of play, both pitchers have given up but a lone walk in this game. Tegan Ellis looking to set things up here a little earlier. Both teams got their first runner aboard with 2 down. Southeast of Saline brought a run in to score on a bit of a miscue out in the field after a stolen base. And now it falls to Chapman to try to find a way to get that run back. Jacobson, I think, asking where the last pitch was. Home plate umpire motions outside. The count here is 1-1 on Tegan Ellis, who will get one off the end of the bat, but a running catch is made there by Potacek. And that is 1 down here in inning number 2. So Abby Martinez will grab a bat. Martinez this year, a 200 hitter, 300 slugging percentage, 4 hits to this point in the season. Again, this is a very young Chapman team. We'll talk more about that as the contests go on, but this is a Chapman team that can't really say they're in a full rebuild, but we had a chance to speak before the game with head coach Kyle Cook. He's in year 2 of his time here at Chapman, a couple of rough years prior to his arrival. And a sub-500 record a season ago. A big goal for Chapman this year was just to finish above that 500 marker, and they are off to an excellent start. 6-2 this season, and a big part of the reason for that success has been Madeline Harold, the all-league returner. But the offense has backed her up. She's gotten good run support this year. 43 driven in, 53 runs throughout the course of the first 8 games for this Chapman team. To put that in perspective, Southeast, one of the better offenses in the state, as this one is fouled off with 96 runs this year. But Chapman's had to do it against some of the toughest teams in the state of Kansas in the Class 3A level, and that continues here today. Talking about a team that just went back-to-back with 2 splits against Clay Center and Rock Creek. That's a Rock Creek team that made the state championship, or that made the state tournament a year ago, and a Clay Center team that's been a perennial contender, as a pop-up will find its way to Kimber Ogerzolka over at first, and that is 2 down for Zoe Peterson. Speaking of which, that first inning went so quickly, didn't even have a chance to introduce the Lady Trojans in the field. Maddie Harris is your starting catcher. It's Kimber Ogerzolka at first, Brooklyn Adams at second, Brielle Potacek at short, and Addison Rohr, the flex, tending to the hot corner today. Your outfield from left to right, JC Berghart is in left, Abba Pearson is in center, and Abby Wyatt is in right. Zoe Peterson at the plate will foul this pitch away. Count goes even at 1-1. Peterson, another sophomore in this lineup, a 200 hitter on the year, looking for just her 4th hit of the season. But to go back to the point about the youth of this Chapman team, there is 1 senior on this entire roster. There were only 3 seniors on the roster a year ago. It's a team that's going to bring back everybody with the lone exception of Abigail Martinez for next year's team. And really, you look at the junior class, you've only got 4 or 5 in there as well, as this ball finds its way back behind the dugout to even the count at 2-2. But if you think this Chapman team is good this year, just you wait. You give it another season, you bring a lot of these sophomores back as juniors, a lot of these juniors come back as seniors, and the return of Madeline Harold as well. It's going to be a Chapman team that's going to make some real noise next year. Here's one taken off the end of the bat. An easy pick up there for Potacek. Throw to first is in time. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Lexi Jacobson and company. 1-0 Lady Trojans here on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. Back with more when we return.
Gabe with Sage Products in Salina, offering industrial strength products that get the job done right. We are featuring hospital-grade disinfectant sprays, wipes, and hand sanitizers to keep you safe this time of year. We carry toilet paper with a large assortment of hand towels. Check out our private line of colorful products like Mom's Streak-Free Glass Cleaner or our friendly Amazing Green Bowl Cleaner. Go online to sageselects.com, visit our 9th Street location in Salina, or call 309-1919.
Your next visit to the doctor for an upcoming procedure or surgery should start with a conversation about Salina Surgical Hospital. Hi, this is Geraldine Diedrich, and we are truly committed to fostering your health and well-being. From outpatient procedures to inpatient stays, you will feel the difference in our excellent care and compassion. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure at Salina Surgical Hospital. Your surgical experience is our specialty. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local, community-involved physicians.
Welcome back in here to Gypsum, Kansas. Tyler Henry alongside you, southeast of Saline. Back up to bat, it'll be Kimber Ogerzolka, Brooklyn Adams, and Abba Pearson to lead off the second for SES. Both teams still in search of their first hit of the day. Southeast got their lone runner aboard with Brielle Potacek back in the first inning. She stole second, turned the corner, headed to third, and then an error allowed her to come home. And here, a swing and a miss will start Kimber Ogerzolka off with strike one. That is arguably Madeline Harold's best pitch, strike one. She's good about getting ahead in counts and staying there once she does get herself out in front, as her 0-1 is on the inside part of the plate, and they're going to say just missing at the knees for ball one. Southeast's lineup, again, you take a look at the overall numbers for this squad. They've scored 96 runs in their first 8 games, including 66 runs driven in. They have also been the beneficiary of 40 walks, which tells you they're patient, but there have been a couple of pitchers they've faced that have struggled a bit. And today will not be one of those days. Madeline Harold is just too good for that, as she will deliver strike two, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ogerzolka going to have to tighten up on the bat here just a little bit. A .391 hitter on the year, batting in the 5-hole, trying to start Southeast off right, and will cut through another fastball. It's the 4th strikeout of the day for Madeline Harold, who has struck out all 4 that she's retired in this game. So that brings Brooklyn Adams to the plate. Another senior here in the Southeast lineup. We're talking about another matchup between one of the youngest teams in the state against one of its oldest, as this Lady Trojan team is a very veteran-heavy group. Looking up and down the lineup, Maddie Harris, Brenna Baird, Lexi Jacobson, J.C. Berghardt, Brielle Potacek, Brooklyn Adams, all seniors. And some of the others in the lineup, Ogerzolka, Addison Rohr, and Abby Wyatt, backing them up, are all juniors. Adams choking up on the bat here just a little bit, just trying to put the ball in play right now. And comes up empty to even the count at 1-1. Good work out of Madeline Harold so far. Really hasn't gotten herself into any trouble counts, as squaring to bunt, pulling it back, and then hacking one. That'll get down just in front of Rogers. The throw to first is in time. That is a good stretch from Livingston, and it is 2 up, 2 down here in the second. 1 more left to go for the Irish, and Abba Pearson coming to the plate. Biggest thing we heard from Coach Cook, it's got to be on the defensive end where this team finds a place to shine. So usually pitch it pretty well, but it's when they make miscues in the field that Chapman's gotten themselves in trouble. It's part of the reason that they did fall in their 2 losses this year to Clay Center and Rock Creek. And hoping to cut down on that here in this contest. That, by the way, is the first ball that has been put in play today. It came from the Lady Trojans' 6th spot in the order, as Abba Pearson strides to the dish now. Pearson, a sophomore, matter of fact, the lone sophomore in the lineup, will take strike 1, fall behind 0-2. But off to a good start this year. Pearson, a .429 hitter in a small sample size, has earned her spot in the lineup. The 0-2 went right at her and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning on the other end, too. How about 5 strikeouts in 2 innings from Madeline Harold? Still a 1-0 ball game when we return here on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
Opus Plasma Skin Resurfacing at Salina Medical Aesthetics is similar to traditional laser skin treatments. It uses thermal energy to produce anti-aging results as opposed to traditional laser energy. There's minimal downtime, and each session only takes about 45 minutes. Most patients see a noticeable difference with just one procedure. Treat moderate to deep wrinkles, fine lines, sagging skin, rough patches, poor skin tone, and sunspots. Opus is a fantastic treatment for anti-aging. For a free consultation, contact Salina Medical Aesthetics and learn more at salinamedesthetics.org.
Springtime is here and we're on the go. Visit Commercial Tire Center and get ready to roll. We're driving more and more and getting ready for springtime activities. From the smallest lawnmower tires to passenger tires, farm tires, and the largest truck tires. Call Commercial Tire for repairs that aren't tire related. Our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th in Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Welcome back in here on a toasty day in Gypsum, Kansas. About 72 degrees, all sunshine here. Perfect softball weather as spring has finally made its way to central Kansas. And we have got a good one on hand right now. 1-0 our score. Chapman will send 8, 9, and 1 to the plate here. Kaylee Livingston, Mackenzie Leedy, and Jay Rogers. And the first pitch in for a called strike. We knew we were going to be in for a pitcher's duel in game 1. We just knew. Madeline Harold is excellent for Chapman. Lexi Jacobson has been phenomenal for Southeast of Saline. It is a bad day to be a hitter, regardless of what team you play for here. And as we go to the 3rd inning, both teams are still in search of their first hit of the day. Only one runner has reached base for either side. For Southeast of Saline, that was a Maddie Harris walk. And for Chapman, that was a Madeline Harold walk. Here it's one flied out to center. Easy work for Abba Pearson, and it's 1 down to start the 3rd here for the Lady Irish. That'll bring Mackenzie Leedy to the plate. Leedy on the season, a .235 hitter, .316 on base percentage, 4 hits for the lefty bat, and the first pitch misses up and away. Impressive too, Leedy. For as young as this team is, I believe the lone freshman in the lineup today, alongside Jay Rogers. So the 1 and 9 holes, 2 freshmen bookending the order, as a big swing and a miss will put Leedy down, and the count goes to 1 and 1. Jacobson trying to find her way back ahead. Right now, just trying to find a way to get some base runners aboard. Again, those coming at a premium for both sides. The 1-1. Will miss upstairs, and the count goes to 2 and 1 here on the Irish second baseman. Leedy takes a moment, steps back in the box. Jacobson ready to go. Pitch on the way, the 2-1 tip back into the mitt, and the count is now 2 and 2. Talked about Southeast's overall numbers. This is a Chapman lineup that as a whole is batting .328. They're getting on base at a .392 clip. And Jacobson, with another punch out here, will collect the second out of the inning. It's the 3rd strikeout of the day for Lexi Jacobson, and it turns things back over to her first victim in Jay Rogers, who she got looking to lead off the first. Jay Rogers has been good this season at the plate, with the lone exception of the strikeouts. Talking about a batter that hits .609 on the year, but has struck out 15 times. So it has been feast or famine for Jay Rogers at the plate. And here, boy, close to feast down the line. She was thinking 2, but that will just stay in play. And the count now goes to 0-2. Rogers going to have to be careful here with Jacobson hunting a second strikeout of her on the day. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch to Rogers. Popped up, and that is foul down the right field line. So Rogers able to fight off another. Again, Jay Rogers' numbers just do not seem real when you look at them on paper. .609 average, .870 slugging percentage. 6 doubles have had a lot to do with that. But here it is another looking strikeout That is back-to-back backwards Ks for Jay Rogers. It is 4 strikeouts in the game for Lexi Jacobson, and it's Southeast of Saline leading it 1-0 when we return the home half of the third on our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
Salina Medical Aesthetics has a special invite for you. A spring open house that not only will help you spring a good time, but will also spring lots of great prices on your favorite products. Put it on your planner. Saturday, April 20th from 9 a.m. to noon. Event-only specials, exclusive drawings, and more. This is also a chance for you to learn more about the growing menu of SME's products and services. The Salina Medical Aesthetics Spring Open House, Saturday, April 20th from 9 a.m. to noon. Follow SME on social media for more information.
The sound of a bat hitting the ball and cheering voices means we're back at the ballparks. Hi friends, it's Winnell Garrettson with Salina Homes, and I'm here to help you call the right pitches. Real estate is like baseball when it comes to perfect timing. A hitter needs good timing to hit a home run, and right now the timing is perfect for that real estate transaction you've been pondering. Whether you're a first-time buyer or downsizing because the nest is empty, I can help you hit it out of the park. Buy or sell, call Winnell at Salina Homes.
We go on to inning number 3, the home half for Southeast of Saline. It'll be Abby Wyatt, J.C. Berghardt, and Lexi Jacobson. And boy, the Lady Trojans, like the Lady Irish, still looking for just their second base runner of the day. Those are going to continue to come at a premium. You just don't know how many opportunities you're going to get when you face these two pitchers. And I know I keep hyping that up, but you go back to the numbers, talking about one pitcher with a .79 ERA and another with a 1.62 ERA. Runs have been hard to come by against these two. Trying to get Wyatt to chase a little slider outside that time. Nothing doing. Count starts off at 1-0. Madeline Harold on the hill here. Delivers the next pitch, and that one misses up and away as well. And in case you weren't with us earlier, Madeline Harold, sometimes better known as the Mad Dog. And boy, does she pitch like it sometimes. This dog's got bite. As a big swing and a miss at a rise ball will make the count 2-1. Talked with Kyle Cook about the nickname and said really it comes down to her mentality. Because every time Madeline Harold goes out there in the circle, she believes she is the best pitcher on the field. Strike is going to be delivered here to Abby Wyatt. Count goes even at 2-2. As fierce a competitor as they come, and just as skilled at working outs. Again, she has been cutting through this lineup. 5 strikeouts already for Madeline Harold. Make it 6. My goodness. Abby Wyatt down on strikes. 6 Ks for Madeline Harold, and J.C. Berghardt now at the plate for Southeast of Saline. Madeline Harold has one batter left to go here to get through the lineup for the first time, and one player for Southeast of Saline has put the ball in play. First pitch is going to miss down and in for ball 1. Talking about a Southeast lineup that hits .438 on the year with 91 hits in just 8 games. Harold delivers the next. Swung on and missed. Berghardt comes up empty. Berghardt, kind of the prototypical rollover player, .294 batter on the year. 5 hits, 7 runs scored, though. Good speed when she does get on base. The 1-1. That'll miss low, and the count goes to 2-1 as Harold has gotten a little less aggressive as far as just pounding the zone goes. Southeast has also gotten a little more patient. That certainly has a little something to do with it. 2 balls, 1 strike. Harold checks the wristlet for the pitch, gets the scouting report, and delivers it home, and it misses low again. So all of a sudden, I believe it's 3-1. Remember, Brielle Potacek reached on a walk. She came around to score the lone run of the game so far. 3-1, Berghardt ready, and cuts right through a pitch upstairs. Might have been across the letters, and the count is full. Madeline Harold facing her 9th batter today, 6 strikeouts to her name. The pitch. It's going to be grounded to second. Leedy comes over, picks it up, throws to first, and it's another quick out here for Chapman to bring the top of the order back up to bat. Lexi Jacobson will stand in now, a looking strikeout on 3 pitches to start her contest. here trying to start a 2-out rally for southeast of Saline here in the third. Harold working from the windup will deliver the pitch, and it's swung on and missed. Jacobson out in front. It's made all the more impressive by how little southeast of Saline strikes out this year. As a matter of fact, of the members of the starting lineup today, the leader in most strikeouts as a hitter was 2. Here's a soft nubber that will roll foul, and the count is 0-2. Harris came into the game with 1 strikeout. Brinnebaird had not struck out. Lexi Jacobson had just 1. J.C. Burghardt had 2. Abby Wyatt had not struck out. Brielle Potacek had just 1. All of the people I just named struck out in their first at-bat of the day, except for Brielle Potacek. And here it's another looking strikeout, this time on the outside corner. It is 7 Ks on the day for the Mad Dog. And it's another 3-up, 3-down inning for Chapman to take us to the 4th, a 1-0 ball game when we return on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDI.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
It's a pitcher's duel through 3 here on our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. Casey Heller, Maddie Harold, and Taylor Gustafson will be your 3 to lead off the inning here for Chapman. And another inning of work coming here for Lexi Jacobson. Jacobson has been working at an efficient clip so far. Here's a pop-up just past the outstretched arm of Addison Rohr, who almost came up with the play. Both pitchers have worked in their own way here. Again, 6 strikeouts for Harold, 4 strikeouts for Jacobson. And she has done a good job of inducing a lot of weak contact off the end of the bat. A lot of infield pop-ups for Chapman so far. Here it is a ball spiked into the dirt. And the count goes to 0-2 on Casey Heller. Heller, the catcher today for this Chapman squad, a junior, still looking to sort things out at the plate. A 188 average. Takes a pitch upstairs, and the count goes to 1-2. Easy enough to lay off of that one. Heller will stand back in the box, ready to go here for the next pitch. Jacobson delivers. It's another soft pop-up and another easy catch for Brielle Potacek to put 1 down here in the 4th. Talked about the impressive stat for Madeline Harold, who comes to the plate now. Harold has only allowed 1 ball to be put in play, but just as impressively, nothing has reached the outfield except for 1 pop-up to center against Lexi Jacobson, at least not so far. And just as I say that, there's a rocket out to the left, but it's right at J.C. Burghardt, who makes the catch on the run, and that is 2 down for southeast of Saline here in the 4th. Two up, 2 down. It brings up Taylor Gustafson. Gustafson 0 for 1 with a looking strikeout. That came back in the first inning. Takes the first pitch here for a high ball. Count at 1-0. Jacobson back to work here. Will deliver the next pitch. And again, it's up, this time a little in. And Gustafson finds herself ahead in the count. A total of 2 base runners split evenly between the 2 teams so far have reached. Here's one up the left side. That's going to get through for a base hit, and it's the first hit for either team as Taylor Gustafson finds herself aboard with a single. 2 down in the inning for Tegan Ellis. Ellis back to the plate here. A pop-up to short, her first time up. That came back in inning number 2. Again, 1-0 our score. Southeast of Saline holding on to a narrow lead. But the Irish do have the tying run on base. Gustafson, the center fielder, does have good speed this year. Although you wonder if anyone's actually going to test Maddie Harris. Here's another one taken into left. That gets down. It's scooped up by Berghardt. And it's back-to-back base knocks here for the Irish, who are smelling their first run of the day with Abby Martinez coming to the plate. Now, I brought this up earlier in the broadcast, but Martinez is the lone senior on this roster, and he's going to pop one up. That will find the mitt of Rohr and bring an end to the fourth inning. So to get on, nobody comes around to score. Remains a 1-0 Southeast lead when we return on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
For over 90 years, when people go car shopping, they've been coming to Marshall Motors in Salina. Hi, this is Dane at Marshall Motors. The world has changed, but the way we do business remains the same. We promise you the right price, no pressure, and to be your trusted dealership for sales and service. For over 90 years, we've been treating people the way we want to be treated and watching them drive away with a smile and a great ride. Come see us in South Salina at Marshall Motors. We keep life moving.
Welcome back in here to Gypsum, Kansas. Tyler Henry alongside you, halfway home in a true pitcher's duel. Again, a 1-0 lead for Southeast of Saline. They'll come back to the plate, still looking for their first hit of the day. They've only gotten one runner aboard, but so far that is all that they have needed. As for the second time today, the top of the lineup will get a chance to bat. Maddie Harris, Brielle Potacek, and Brenna Baird, the 2, 3, and 4-hole hitters, will lead things off here. It's been a really impressive start to the day for Madeline Harold. Again, it's about what we've come to expect. But Harold getting Jacobson with back-to-back looking strikeouts. Jacobson, who had 1 strikeout to her name this season, is going to walk away with at least 3. As another pitch misses down and into Maddie Harris. Second time through the order, that's where we've seen Chapman start to get to Lexi Jacobson. We'll see if that's where Southeast of Saline can get to Harold. And one of the best candidates at the plate right now, Maddie Harris, who will watch a third pitch miss low. You got to think that Maddie Harris is probably circled, highlighted, maybe underlined a couple of times on the scouting report. She has been one of the more deadly 2-hole hitters in the state of Kansas this year. Now, I gave her numbers earlier, but a .600 hitter. And will take a walk on 4 pitches. Southeast of Saline with the leadoff runner aboard and nobody out for Brielle Potacek. So 2 walks, all that has been issued in this game for Madeline Harold. And now, once again, pitching with a runner aboard for just the second time today. Potacek was the first to reach in this game. Again, officially without an at-bat here, but does have the walk. Squares to bunt and gets it down, but foul. Against Harold, sometimes you got to play some small ball. It's really about all you can do. Nobody's made solid contact yet. Like I said, only 2 players have even put the ball in play. Considering Potacek is the 10th to come to the plate, that is a ridiculous stat. See how aggressive Southeast wants to get with Harris. Nobody holding her on right now, but obviously no leads in the game of softball. And she will take a big secondary. I think right now just giving Heller something to think about behind the plate. Count is 0-2. Potacek going to have to square up here. Not going to risk the bunt. Going to be swinging away. Again, if nothing else, just trying to find a way to move Harris up into scoring position. Harold looking for another strikeout. The 0-2 swung on and missed. 8 strikeouts for Maddie Harold And it's one down for Brenna Baird. Again, Baird's first strikeout of the whole season came back in the first inning, and it was of the swinging variety, but obviously haven't seen every Southeast of Saline game in person this year, but just based on the numbers, I have to assume that Harold is probably the best pitcher that this SES squad has encountered so far this season. They've taken advantage of average pitching. 13-3 and 10-0 victories over Smoky Valley, 19-1 and 14-1 over Republic County, and most recently 12-2 and 16-0 against rival Sacred Heart. Here it's another strike. It's Brenda Baird falling behind 0-2. And it's Maddie Harold hunting down her 9th strikeout in 4 innings. Here's the 0-2. Baird does a good job just to fight that off. And we'll have another chance. Again, with the count right where it's at right now at 0-2. Brooklyn Adams and J.C. Berghardt, the only two. As we've got an appeal of some sort here. Not sure what exactly about. Would imagine things will stay here. Would imagine the count would stay 0-2. Baird squared to bunt, pulled it back, and then just kind of slapped at it, but looked like a pretty straightforward foul ball, at least from here. And, yep, that is the call. So the count remains 0-2. I think the case that might have been trying to be made there from Kyle Cook was it a bunt? And of course, if it was a bunt and it went out of play with 2 strikes, that would have been an out. Baird back in the box, ready to go. 0-2 has to be protective. Pitch on the way from Harold is going to be lifted high in the air out to left center, and the catch is made for Ellis. That is 2 down for Chapman, and Kimber Ogre-Zolka coming to the plate. Again, base runners have come at a premium. Southeast batting here in the 4th inning. There have been a total of 5 base runners today. And the Lady Trojans still without a hit in this game. Harold's first pitch misses inside to Kimber Ogre-Zolka. Struck out her first time up. Right now trying to keep the inning going with 2 down for Southeast of Saline. The 1-0. It's going to be low. Throw down to second. It's a good throw, but unable to keep it in the mitt was Rogers. And it's a stolen base for Maddie Harris. Southeast now with a runner in scoring position with 2 down. 2 stolen bases today. Both belong to Southeast of Saline. It's 2 teams that like to play small ball, that like to be aggressive on the base paths. But SES up in the stolen margin today. That was a good throw from Heller, too. Just unable to secure it was Rogers back there at short. The 1-1 here to Ogre-Zolka. Misses away. And the count now is 2-1 on the Southeast first baseman. Ogre-Zolka, like I said, a .391 hitter. Only 2 RBI this year, but 11 runs scored. She's got good speed. Trying to be the one to bring the run across this time, and will take a strike to even the count at 2-2. Eight strikeouts already for Madeline Harold. Misses up and away. Right now you see Maddie Harris dancing around on the base paths, trying to give Chapman's defense something to think about. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down in the inning. A go-ahead run aboard for Southeast. The payoff pitch swung on and missed. And there is the 9th strikeout of the day for Madeline Harold. But her Lady Irish trail 1-0 as we go to the 5th here on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of two types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Saline Pain Clinic. Our pain specialist will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Gabe with Sage Products in Salina, offering industrial strength products that get the job done right. We are featuring hospital-grade disinfectant sprays, wipes, and hand sanitizers to keep you safe this time of year. We carry toilet paper with a large assortment of hand towels. Check out our private line of colorful products like Mom's Streak-Free Glass Cleaner or our friendly Amazing Green Bowl Cleaner. Go online to sageselects.com, visit our 9th Street location in Salina, or call 309-1919.
Bottom third of the Lady Irish order coming to bat here as we go to inning number 5. It'll be Zoe Peterson, Kaylee Livingston, and Mackenzie Leedy to lead things off. Southeast of Saline up 1-0. Again, it has been a pitcher's duel since the very beginning, but we could have told you that before this game even began when you look at the two that would take to the circle for this contest. And it has absolutely lived up to the hype. Here, though, it's a ball taken to left field again. That's going to get down in front of Burkhart. All 3 singles for the Lady Irish have been pull shots to left field. And Zoe Peterson is aboard here with a leadoff single. Kaylee Livingston at the plate. And the Lady Irish starting to solve the riddle of Lexi Jacobson a little bit here in inning number 5. Jacobson looks to buckle down. First pitch swinging and fouling it off is Livingston. Livingston in this game is officially 0 for 1. She flew out to center, got a good piece of it, but just was unable to keep it in play back in the 3rd inning. Jacobson's next offering in for a called strike at the letters. It's one of those pitches, there's nothing you're going to do about it. Even if you do swing, Livingston will leave it there, live to fight another pitch. Kaylee Livingston ready to go. Pitch on the way. Throw down to second from Harris. They'll try to test her. It was on the wrong side of the bag, though. I think Potacek, if the throw is a little more over the bag, probably gets Peterson. Instead, there's no chance of a double play, at least not the traditional double play. And with the stolen base, the Lady Irish have got the tying run aboard at second. The 0-2 misses down and in. For Southeast of Saline, a strikeout could go a long way towards fixing what ails them, as it would be 1 down for the 9-hole hitter. Jacobson knows that all too well. The 2-2. There it is. Strike 3. Lexi Jacobson on her 5th strikeout of the day will put 1 down here in the 5th. And that will bring Mackenzie Leedy to the plate. Leedy 0 for 1 today, a swinging strikeout back in the 3rd inning. The freshman hitting .235 here, looking to at the very least move the runner. And an off-speed pitch that does not have enough sink to it will start the count off at 1-0 here on Leedy. Leedy stands in the 1-0. Swung on and taken softly to short, picked up by Potacek. Looks the runner back, throw to first, going to be in time. Throw back to third, it's going to be picked up. But under the tag is Zoe Peterson. And Chapman gets what they wanted out of that. It was a good play by Potacek. She looked the runner back. It was a close throw from Ogrzolka. But under the tag of Rohr is Zoe Peterson. And the tying run is just 60 feet away for the leadoff hitter in Jay Rogers. This is a great opportunity for the Lady Irish to get on the board. Rogers, though, 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Here going to chop one to third. It's knocked off the mid of Rohr, who picks it up and can't recover. And there it is. Chapman is going to tie the game. Call it an E5 for now. And the Lady Irish have made this a 1-1 contest with Casey Heller at the plate. It's a tough play for Rohr. Tough play for anybody on a slow roller like that. Got to charge in and try to make it. And you can't really fault Rohr there, but That will allow one run to score. Runner goes for second. Harris's throw this time, it's a better one, and they got her. You do not run on Maddie Harris, and that will end the 5th inning, but not before the Lady Irish find their way on the board. It's a 1-1 game as we go to the home half of inning number 5 on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
Your next visit to the doctor for an upcoming procedure or surgery should start with a conversation about Salina Surgical Hospital. Hi, this is Geraldine Diedrich, and we are truly committed to fostering your health and well-being. From outpatient procedures to inpatient stays, you will feel the difference in our excellent care and compassion. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure at Salina Surgical Hospital. Your surgical experience is our specialty. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local, community-involved physicians.
Opus Plasma Skin Resurfacing at Salina Medical Aesthetics is similar to traditional laser skin treatments. It uses thermal energy to produce anti-aging results as opposed to traditional laser energy. There's minimal downtime, and each session only takes about 45 minutes. Most patients see a noticeable difference with just one procedure. Treat moderate to deep wrinkles, fine lines, sagging skin, rough patches, poor skin tone, and sunspots. Opus is a fantastic treatment for anti-aging. For a free consultation, contact Salina Medical Aesthetics and learn more at salinamedesthetics.org.
Welcome back in here to Gypsum, Kansas. Tyler Henry alongside you. Brian Dennett handling all of our production duties today. Want to remind you the coverage of today's game is brought to you by APAC Shears, Commercial Tire Center, Bennington State Bank, and Salina Septic Service. Also by our good friends at the Southeast of Saline Education Foundation, Kelly Kitchener Shelter Insurance, easy for me to say, McKime Services, and Anesthesia Associates. Southeast of Saline now find themselves in a tie game. They got to run across back in the first inning. And since then, it has been the Madeline Harold show in the circle. She has cut down 9 batters with strikeouts. And here will deliver a first pitch that lists down and in to Brooklyn Adams. Southeast of Saline, for as excellent as they are, still hitless in this game. They have reached on 2 walks. They've come around to score 1 run. And here, a ball fouled back to the screen will even the count at 1-1. First of 2 here this afternoon. We'll have coverage of Game 2 coming your way just about 15 minutes after the conclusion of Game 1. But it's been an excellent contest so far. You're not going to want to miss the rest, as a pitch misses in the dirt, and the count goes to 2-1 here on Brooklyn Adams. Brooklyn Adams, Abba Pearson, and Abby Wyatt are your 3 to lead off here for Southeast of Saline in the 5th. They represent the 6, 7, and 8 holes for the Lady Trojan lineup. 2-1 misses away. Second time through the order, Harold's been a little more cautious in her approach of this Southeast lineup. Lady Trojans wouldn't mind capitalizing with a few more walks. They're hard to come by, though, against Harold, who will get strike 2 here. Harold has issued just 10 free passes this season compared to 51 walks coming into this game, which means she is currently sitting at 60 strikeouts to only 11 walks on the year, and almost adds another to that strikeout total. But Brooklyn Adams, the savvy veteran, able to fight it off and keep herself alive. Adams today 0 for 1 with a ground out to short. Trying to find a way to get the leadoff runner aboard. Payoff pitch, swung on and missed, and it's 10 strikeouts for Madeline Harold. She continues to cruise here in this game and will now face Abba Pearson. And actually, we are going to have a pinch hitter for Southeast of Saline, as Avery Kinkelar will grab a bat and hit for Abba Pearson here. Kinkelar on the year, still officially in search of her first hit. And we'll check and see on the other side of the break if Kinkelar stays in as the Southeast center fielder, or if they switch back to Pearson on the defensive end. Trying something new, though, trying to get somebody aboard. It's been a good game so far. Again, 1-1 here in the home half of the 5th, 1 down, and there is the square to bunt for Kinkelar, and the corners are going to be well aware of that now. Kinkelar's got really good speed. Matter of fact, she has come in to score 8 runs this year without a single hit. So she's been used as a pinch hitter quite a bit. Not going to be able to ambush anybody here. Tries to swing the bat. Can't quite keep up with it, though. And I think knowing that a bunt attempt might have been coming, Harold says, okay, if you want to square to bunt, I'm just going to zip one by you up high. Good luck getting the bat on that. 0-2 the count. Kinkelar in a bit of a hole here. Pitch on the way. Just misses away. Good take there by Kinkelar. Avery Kinkelar, a junior for Southeast of Saline. 2 walks this year to 4 strikeouts. Lady Trojans still looking for their first hit of the day. The 1-2. Misses inside. 2 really good pitches there from Harold, both of them awfully close to the plate. Good takes by Kinkelar. Got to be careful, though, here with a 2-2 count. The pitch on the way, and it misses down and out. Boy, so Harold goes outside, inside, outside, and all 3 times Kinkelar is able to lay off. And now it's got to be over the zone, or you're putting that speedster aboard at first. Madeline Harold, the payoff pitch, swung on and missed. 11 strikeouts for Madeline Harold. And Southeast of Saline will have one more chance here in the inning with Abby Wyatt back at the plate. Brooklyn Adams grounded out back in the second. J.C. Berghardt grounded out back in the third. Brenna Baird flew out back in the fourth. And every other out that's been recorded has been a strikeout for Madeline Harold, who will miss this one low and start the count off at 1-0. She got Wyatt swinging back in the third inning. Abby Wyatt, a .444 hitter on the year, trying to start something with 2 down in the inning for the Lady Trojans. Pitch on the way in there for a called strike. By the way, in case you're wondering, right now both teams have matched their lowest offensive output of the year. Swing and a miss, and the count goes to 1-2. Southeast of Saline scored just 3 runs in a 3-2 win over Abilene. That's their lowest of the season. A 16-1 loss at the hands of Rock Creek, the lowest output for Chapman. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. Awfully close. Misses at the knees, and the count will go even at 2-2 on Abby Wyatt. Harold back in the circle, pitch on the way, and there it is. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. 12 strikeouts for Madeline Harold, and Southeast of Saline down in short order as we go to the 6th inning. Still 1-1 on our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
Springtime is here and we're on the go. Visit Commercial Tire Center and get ready to roll. We're driving more and more and getting ready for springtime activities. From the smallest lawnmower tires to passenger tires, farm tires, and the largest truck tires. Call Commercial Tire for repairs that aren't tire related. Our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th in Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Salina Medical Aesthetics has a special invite for you. A spring open house that not only will help you spring a good time, but will also spring lots of great prices on your favorite products. Put it on your planner. Saturday, April 20th from 9 a.m. to noon. Event-only specials, exclusive drawings, and more. This is also a chance for you to learn more about the growing menu of SME's products and services. The Salina Medical Aesthetics Spring Open House, Saturday, April 20th from 9 a.m. to noon. Follow SME on social media for more information.
We go to the 6th here on our Game of the Week. Chapman at the plate. It'll be Casey Heller, Maddie Harold. Heller wants to ambush with a bunt there, but it is foul. Casey Heller, Maddie Harold, and Taylor Gustafson, your 3 to lead it off in the 6th inning for the Lady Irish. Still looking for one more run to try to get themselves ahead. Southeast looking to do the same. Runs, base runners, all of it has come at a premium today for these 2 teams. First time through the order, Chapman just had 1 base runner reach. It was a walk for Maddie Harold, who stands in the on-deck circle now. Second time through, they strike for 1 run on 3 hits. And so far, Jay Rogers reached on an error. She's the only one to bat the 3rd time through the lineup with Heller, the 2-hole hitter, at the plate. Heller going to chop one to second. Adams comes up, scoops it, throws to first in time, and it's one down here in the 6th for Maddie Harold. Harold's been toying with getting a hold of one today. She has roped a couple of balls out to left. Reached on a walk back in the first inning, had a hot shot down the line that was just foul, and then smoked one to left last time up on J.C. Berghardt. But Berghardt able to make the catch, kept any damage off the board for Southeast of Saline. Here it's one down, pitcher on pitcher, and a good strike delivered there by Jacobson to even up the count at 1-1. Gustafson stands in the on-deck circle, 1 for 2 with a single today. Jacobson here, the 1-1 pitch, big swing and a miss. Harold trying to send that ball back to Chapman, comes up empty, and the count is 1-2. On the other side of this matchup, Harold's gotten 2 strikeouts of Jacobson, and here a ball off Jacobson's mitt will roll through. Potachik's throw to first is just in time, and it's another great play for the SES shortstop to keep another runner off the base paths and bring up Taylor Gustafson with with 2 down. Gustafson, 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout today. Stands back in here from the left side, or from the right side, rather. And the first pitch will miss for a ball. Gustafson slugging .391 this year. Has had a propensity for hitting the extra base hit. And here we'll foul one off. A good snag there by Harris off the backstop. Count goes to 1-1. It's not a Chapman team that's hit for a ton of power this year. Only 1 home run for the Lady Irish. Only 2 home runs for Southeast, though. 2 teams that play a very similar brand of softball. Here's another one, Sky to Potachik, another quick out, and another 3-up, 3-down inning for the Lady Trojans, but it remains a 1-1 ball game, all tied up here from Gypsum on the Salina Post's Game of the Week.
The sound of a bat hitting the ball and cheering voices means we're back at the ballparks. Hi friends, it's Winnell Garrettson with Salina Homes, and I'm here to help you call the right pitches. Real estate is like baseball when it comes to perfect timing. A hitter needs good timing to hit a home run, and right now the timing is perfect for that real estate transaction you've been pondering. Whether you're a first-time buyer or downsizing because the nest is empty, I can help you hit it out of the park. Buy or sell, call Winnell at Salina Homes.
Welcome back in here on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. Let's go ahead and get our detailed scoring breakdown. Southeast of Saline scores for 1 run back in the first. Chapman scores 1 run in the 5th, and that's about all she wrote. 1 run aside, tie ball game as we go to the home half of the 6th. It will be J.C. Berghardt, Lexi Jacobson, and Maddie Harris coming to the plate. Want to go in a little more detail on some of the numbers. If you weren't with us earlier in the broadcast, it's been an insane season for Madeline Harold this year. She has pitched 26 2/3 innings to the tune of a 0.79 ERA, 51 strikeouts to 9 walks coming into this game, 12 strikeouts, only 2 walks so far in this game, and will now face the 9-1 and 2-hole hitters for Southeast of Saline. Both teams trying to find the run that could potentially deliver them this game, and the way these 2 pitchers have been going at it, only 1 run might be necessary. Lady Trojans have not fared any better the second time through the order than they did the first. 2 base runners, both reaching on a walk, still no hits. And in this entire game, still a total of 3 balls that have been put in play. Here's one fought off back into the Chapman dugout by J.C. Berghardt. Berghardt grounded out her first time up. Harold has struck out everyone else in the lineup at least once. Berghardt the only one who has not gone down swinging or looking today. And hoping that she does neither here, would love to set the table for Southeast and get the top of the lineup up as she will pull the bat back and take ball 1. The count goes even at a ball and a strike. Jacobson, Maddie Harris. The other 2 due up this inning. Southeast good about manufacturing runs, especially when they can get the leadoff runner aboard. The 1-1. Squares to bunt, gets it down, but it's right back to Harold, whose throw to first is in time, and that is 1 away here in the 6th. So Lexi Jacobson will come to bat here for the 3rd time today. Jacobson is 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Again, 2 strikeouts to Harold today. 1 other total strikeout all season to anyone. She's been the perennial table setter for Southeast of Saline, a .531 on-base percentage, and takes a big cut at the first pitch and falls behind at 0-1. Jacobson takes a look back to her coach, Pesha Potacek, in the third base coaching box. Squares to bunt, pulls it back, and takes a pitch inside for ball 1. It's been a fun chess match to watch these two go at it when they bat against each other. Both excellent hitters in their own right as well. Here's the 1-1, squaring to bunt again. This time actually laying one down. It's a beauty down the line, but it just rolls foul. Oh my goodness, Lexi Jacobson almost laid down the bunt of the season, but could not quite keep it on the right side of the line. And the count now goes to 1-2. And how about the veteran move for Martinez, the lone senior on the team, to let that roll? That thing had a lot of topspin on it, and that ultimately carried it across the line. If she picked it up, Jacobson probably beats that out. Instead, Jacobson is going to break out the 9-iron and chase a pitch down and away for the 13th Madeline Harold strikeout of the day. So Maddie Harris will come to the plate. Harris digs in from the right side. So far today, 0 for 1, a walk and a strikeout. Southeast still looking for their first their first hit of the day. I know we talked about some of the numbers for Southeast as the first pitch misses up and in here to Harris. But you've also got to think, Madeline Harold is doing this to a team that hits .438 on the season, that has 91 hits in 8 games. They have 0 hits today in 5 1/3, and this, oh my goodness, it was almost a great play there from Heller, who dove at it and just could not quite keep that in the mitt. Tip your cap to Casey Heller for trying it. And the count remains 1-1 here on Maddie Harris. The way this one's going, you get the feeling it might take extras to settle it. Home half of the 6th, pitch on the way, big swing and a miss. And Maddie Harris falls behind 1-2. Harris going to have to get protective here. Harold, the 1-2. It's called strike 3, and Madeline Harold has 14 strikeouts in 6 innings. It remains a tie ball game, 1-1, as we go to the 7th and potentially final inning here on Salina Post.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Tegan Ellis, Abby Martinez, and Zoe Peterson are your 3 to lead things off for the Chapman Lady Irish. In case you're wondering about the wind, it is picking up a little bit. You might be able to hear it through my microphone here, and it is blowing in from straightaway center. So that's only going to continue to hurt anything hit up in the air. But again, 2 teams that don't really lean on power all that much. Both teams like to manufacture their runs. A lot of small ball, a lot of bunting, a lot of stolen bases, and a lot of capitalizing on mistakes when you look at the base paths. Lexi Jacobson back out for the 7th inning of this contest. And Maddie Harris, I think, asking the home plate umpire about something here, will stand back in at the ready. The 0-1 misses high, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Tegan Ellis today, a pop-up to the shortstop and a single as part of a 1-for-2 here. Cuts underneath a rise ball, and the count goes 2-1-2. Ellis again trying to set the table. It's been the bottom and middle of the order that have gotten most of the damage done for Chapman today, as this one is fouled off back into the distance. A couple members of the former state champion Southeast of Saline track team running back there. Got to keep your head on a swivel anytime there's a ball game going on around these parts. The 1-2 misses high, and the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jacobson's been good in her own right. She's allowed just 1 run on 3 hits. Allowed 1 walk, also had an unearned run come in to score. As this one is lifted out to left, giving chase is Berghardt, and the catch is made. JC Berghardt has been good out in left field today, and it's 2 down for Abby Martinez, as Southeast of Saline looks to record 2 more outs and give themselves a chance to walk it off. The Lady Trojans will have the heart of the order due up on the other side. Brielle Potacek, Brenna Baird, and Kimber Ogerzolka. They're hoping to get there with a tie still intact, as Abby Martinez cuts through the first pitch and falls behind 0-1. Martinez, 2 infield pop flies today, 1 to first and 1 to third. Trying to split the difference and get something up the middle perhaps here. We'll take a ball outside to even the count at 1-1. Martinez digs back in. Pitch on the way. That's going to be laced into left, and that gets down in front of JC Berghardt, who fumbles it a little bit, but it will remain a single for Abby Martinez. So 4 hits today for Chapman, all 4 singles, all 4 to left field. And now the Lady Irish have the potential go-ahead run aboard at first, as I think Lexi Jacobson wants a new softball. Gave the old one to Maddie Harris, who will ask for a new one. And Jacobson will get it now, but the one she didn't want will go back in the hip pocket of the home plate umpire. Chapman fans leaning in now as Zoe Peterson comes to the plate for the 3rd time today. Peterson 1 for 2 with a single, stole second base, and then came in to score the lone run of the day for the Irish. Anything but a strikeout or a double play could aid the cause here with 1 down in the 7th. And a ball tipped back to the screen will even the count at a ball and a strike here on Peterson. It's the bottom part of the order here. Jacobson hoping to get out of this inning without having to face the top again. But to do so is going to need 2 more outs. The 1-1. Squaring to bunt, getting it down. Jacobson scoops it up. The throw to first a little bit high, but it is gloved. And a good play there by Adams, who came over to cover the bag. But the sack bunt will put the go-ahead run in scoring position for Kaylee Livingston. Right now, Peterson is standing aboard at first. I think there may have been an appeal there. But yeah, Peterson is out. That's 2 down in the inning, and here comes Kaylee Livingston. Livingston today is 0 for 2, a strikeout and a flyout. Biggest at bat of her day by far. And gets under 1, coming over and making the catch is Adams. And Southeast of Saline gets out of another inning unscathed. We go to the home half of the 7th. Southeast with a chance to walk it off when we return here on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
For over 90 years, when people go car shopping, they've been coming to Marshall Motors in Salina. Hi, this is Dan at Marshall Motors. The world has changed, but the way we do business remains the same. We promise you the right price, no pressure, and to be your trusted dealership for sales and service. For over 90 years, we've been treating people the way we want to be treated and watching them drive away with a smile and a great ride. Come see us in South Salina at Marshall Motors. We keep life moving.
Welcome back in here as we go to the home half of inning number 7. Heart of the order due up for Southeast of Saline, Brielle Potachik, Brenna Baird, and Kimber Ogrzolka. And it has been a showcase of excellent pitching today. Lexi Jacobson for Southeast of Saline, Madeline Harold for Chapman. Both have allowed 1 run. Neither run is earned. So both pitchers, still no earned runs. 14 strikeouts in this game already for Madeline Harold. And looking to pick up where she left off as she faces Brielle Potachik for the 3rd time today and almost hits her. Brought that up and in. Perhaps just trying to brush Potachik off the plate. Brielle Potachik today a walk and a strikeout. She came in to score the lone run for Southeast of Saline on a throwing error back in the 1st. The 1-0 pitch is fouled back to the screen and the count is even at 1-1. And I'm not normally this guy, but it is a shame that one of these pitchers is going to have to take a loss today because both of them have been immaculate. Really couldn't ask for anything more. Their defenses have both picked them up. These are 2 very good lineups that have just not been able to solve the other player in the circle. Here's one hit up in the air. The wind takes it back, but the catch is made by Rogers, and that is 1 down here in the 7th for the Chapman Lady Irish. That will bring up Brenna Baird, who is 0 for 2 today. A strikeout and a flyout for her. Baird, one of the big power bats in this Lady Trojan lineup. First pitch to her, misses up and in for ball 1. Taking a look at the numbers for Brenna Baird this year, 11 hits, 4 doubles, 10 driven in this season. Remember, Southeast of Saline, wind or no wind, only 2 home runs all year. So I wouldn't count on that. As this is in for a called strike, that time you saw Harold brought it down a little bit. And that is enough to even the count at 1-1. Southeast just looking for a base runner here before they get to the 2-out marker. But, well, easier said than done. They've had only 2 base runners all day. And now Brenna Baird is down to her final strike. It's been one of the more impressive showings across the state of Kansas today for Madeline Harold. 14 strikeouts for her heading into the final inning of play. The 1-2. Misses down and away. Good take there by Baird, and the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kimber Ogrzolka, the other player guaranteed an at-bat here in this inning, standing in the on-deck circle. The 2-2. Misses high and away. And the count has been worked full. Good patience here for Brenna Baird. An all-league honorable mention a season ago against the all-league pitcher in Madeline Harold. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. The payoff pitch is taken back off of Harold. Baird's got a chance to run it out. Nobody covered first base. Brenna Baird is going to be in safely. That's going to be an infield single. And we'll see if Southeast wants to get a courtesy runner to get a little more speed over at first. They've been doing that a lot this year. And yeah, looks like they will. And obviously now the big hope is that Madeline Harold is okay as they will go out and look at her. That was a hot shot right back up the middle. Southeast of Saline will utilize Kiki Riedel. And Riedel will represent the potential game-winning run. But right now, taking a look at Harold, making sure that she is okay. May have just been a bit shaken up. It's tough when you take one, and it looked like it came off of her midsection. but she will stay in the game. If there's one thing we know about Madeline Harold, she is a fierce competitor. And I think you would have to take her off the field on a stretcher to get her to come out of this game, especially the way she's been pitching so far. So everything good to go. Southeast of Saline will send Kimber Ogerzolka to the plate. Kiki Riedel aboard at first. Southeast right now looking to get that game-winning run across the plate to score. 1-1 our score, 7th and potentially final inning here. And Ogerzolka, who is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, standing in, ready to go. First pitch, misses down and out. Back pick attempt is going to find its way, almost into left field, or right field. Got to be careful there. Riedel has got excellent speed this season. Excellent speed in general. Good numbers this season, I should say. 1-0 is the count. Southeast of Saline looking to scratch something across. Brenna Baird got the first hit of the day for the Lady Trojans. It came here in the 7th. The 1-0 pitch is a called strike, down and away. And the count is even at 1-1. For Southeast, you just got to find a way to get Riedel into scoring position for Brooklyn Adams. SES hoping that one hit may open the floodgates here. The 1-1. Down and out. And it's 2-1 here on Ogerzolka. Ogerzolka this year, a .391 hitter, has scored 11 runs, has brought 2 across to score. And we'll watch one down and in as the count goes to 3-0. Not implying that Harold is shaken up after getting hit, but you have to wonder if she may just need one quick out to kind of get herself right here after taking that ball off the stomach. Here is the 3-1, and it misses inside. No, they're going to call it a strike. Runner goes down to second, and they got her. Oh, my goodness, what a throw there to cut down Kiki Riedel at second, and now it's 2 down in the inning. And because it was a strike, it's now 3-2 on Ogerzolka. That is a great throw for Casey Heller, who guns down the runner trying to swipe second, and I'm sure a sigh of relief for Harold now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down in the inning. Payoff pitch, swung on and missed. 15 strikeouts for Madeline Harold, and it's going to take extras to solve this one. Bonus softball when we return on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of 2 types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialists will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Gabe with Sage Products in Salina, offering industrial strength products that get the job done right. We are featuring hospital grade disinfectant sprays, wipes, and hand sanitizers to keep you safe this time of year. We carry toilet paper with a large assortment of hand towels. Check out our private line of colorful products like Mom's Streak-Free Glass Cleaner or our friendly Amazing Green Bowl Cleaner. Go online to sageselects.com, visit our 9th Street location in Salina, or call 309-1919.
We go to extra innings here on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week, and it will be the 9-1 and 2-hole hitters for the Lady Irish. Mackenzie Leedy, Jay Rogers, and Casey Heller due up here to face Jacobson. 4th time through the order as we go to the 8th of a 1-1 pitcher's duel. 0 earned runs scored by either team. Again, both runs of the unearned variety, courtesy of the 1 error committed by either team. Southeast of Saline with just 1 hit today. Meanwhile, Chapman's done a good job. They've gotten 4 singles all to left field on Jacobson. And they will be looking to pick up where they left off with Leedy at the plate. Leedy today 0 for 2. Will foul this one away. And the count goes to 2-1. A strikeout back in the third. A ground out back in the fifth. But here Leedy trying to set the table for the Lady Irish with Rogers right around the corner in the on-deck circle. Jacobson's 2-1. Good pitch, but low, and the count goes to 3-1. And the neon green light going to be flicked on here for Mackenzie Leedy. Jacobson knows it's got to be over the plate, and that ball lifted, drifting down the left field line. The catch made on the run. J.C. Berghardt continues to be excellent defensively out in left field, and it's one down for the Lady Trojans here in the eighth. Did not have a chance to update you, but Kinkelar does take over for Pearson in the field as well. She is now the southeast center fielder. Jay Rogers at the plate. It's been all or nothing for Rogers this season. More often than not, it's been all, and oh my goodness, what a pitch for Lexi Jacobson. That thing had me cross-eyed just watching it come across the plate. Jacobson took everything off of that. The 0-1 taken down the line. That'll get under the mitt there of Rohr and into left field. Rogers turns. She thought about to. Will wisely tap the brakes. And for the second time in as many innings, Chapman has the go-ahead run aboard at first here with Casey Heller coming to the plate. Casey Heller's got a chance to be the real hero today. In addition, obviously, to Maddie Harold, she threw out what could have been a potential game-winning run for Southeast of Saline at second base. Right now, trying to get the runner around with a fresh count to work with. First pitch to her, going to lift it again up into the jet stream. Again, it's Berghardt chasing it to the line, and again, it's Berghardt making the catch, this time for out number 2. J.C. Berghardt has been a busy girl out in left, but another big out, and Southeast of Saline is just one out away from giving themselves a chance to walk it off. But Maddie Harold at the plate has been just as big of a problem in the batter's box as she has been on the mound, and it's another knock into left field. A base hit for Maddie Harold. 2 aboard for the Lady Irish, and the cleanup hitter, Taylor Gustafson, coming to the plate. Didn't even have a chance to get into the stats there for Maddie Harold before she was safely aboard. 2 on for Chapman. Southeast just needs one more out to get out of this jam. First pitch, in for a called strike. Jacobson attacks the zone, and the count starts off at 0-1. Gustafson today, 1 for 3, a single, a strikeout, and a pop-out. And we'll foul this away the other side. Took off down for first. I don't know if she thought that she got more under that than she did. Sent that back to the cross-country trail. Either way, count is 0-2. Jacobson one good pitch away from getting out of this herself. Harris sets up shop on the outside. Pitch on the way. Close, but no cigar. And the count goes to 1-2 here on Gustafson. In case you're wondering, Gustafson, 6 RBI this year, 7 runs scored, 9 hits for her, a .409 hitter. Coming into today's contest. The 1-2. It's going to be softly grounded to first. It's picked up. The tag is applied by Ogre Zolka. And Southeast of Saline will once again strand a pair of Lady Irish on the base pass and give themselves a chance to win it when we come back. 1-1, home half of the 8th on the other side, here on our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
Your next visit to the doctor for an upcoming procedure or surgery should start with a conversation about Salina Surgical Hospital. Hi, this is Geraldine Diedrich, and we are truly committed to fostering your health and well-being. From outpatient procedures to inpatient stays, you will feel the difference in our excellent care and compassion. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure at Salina Surgical Hospital. Your surgical experience is our specialty. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local, community-involved physicians.
Opus Plasma Skin Resurfacing at Saline Medical Aesthetics is similar to traditional laser skin treatments. It uses thermal energy to produce anti-aging results as opposed to traditional laser energy. There's minimal downtime, and each session only takes about 45 minutes. Most patients see a noticeable difference with just one procedure. Treat moderate to deep wrinkles, fine lines, sagging skin, rough patches, poor skin tone, and sunspots. Opus is a fantastic treatment for anti-aging. For a free consultation, contact Salina Medical Aesthetics and learn more at salinamedesthetics.org.
Welcome back in here to extra inning softball. To the home half of the 8th we go. It'll be Brooklyn Adams, Avery Kinkelar, and Abby Wyatt. Your 3 due up here for Southeast of Saline. Still trying to figure out and solve the riddle that is Madeline Harold. Just to put how good Harold's been into perspective for a moment. Southeast of Saline has sent 23 batters to the plate. Only 5 have put the ball in play. Only 3 have reached base, and Harold has fanned 15 batters in this game alone. That is to go along with 51 strikeouts in 6 appearances and only 4 starts. Harold looking to pick up where she left off, but again, will have to do so against Southeast of Saline's 6, 7, and 8-hole hitters. Brooklyn Adams, Avery Kinkelar, Abby Wyatt. Southeast only needs 1 to win it here in the 8th. 1-0 the count to start things off here. Squaring to bunt. Pulling it back and swinging away, popping it up here should be easy work for Rogers. And it's quickly 1 down here in the 8th inning for Southeast of Saline. That'll bring up Avery Kinkelar. Boy, what a time now would be for Kinkelar's first hit of the season. A lot of confidence placed in the Southeast junior. She's found her way on base a couple of times. 2 walks for her. She's also been plunked by a pitch. But again, still looking for the first hit of the year, and so far 0 for 1 with a strikeout on the day. Squares to bunt, gets down a good one, scooped up with the bare hand. The throw to first is in time, and there is Harold once again recording it out. Southeast has tried to bunt against her. That is not worked out well for SES. And with 2 down, it now falls to Abby Wyatt to try to get the party started here with 2 away for Southeast. Wyatt today 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Harold has recorded at least 1 strikeout in every single frame so far except for this one. 3 strikeouts in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 3 in the fifth, 2 in the sixth, and 1 in the 7th. Pitch on the way is roped. Foul down the first base line. Boy, Wyatt did not miss that one by much. Again, for Southeast, just trying to get somebody aboard, give themselves a chance to make this happen. But they're down to their final strike here in the inning with Wyatt at the plate. Here comes the 1-1. And it's in there for a called strike 3. That is the 16th strikeout for Madeline Harold. And that will bring us to the 9th inning here on our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
Springtime is here and we're on the go. Visit Commercial Tire Center and get ready to roll. We're driving more and more and getting ready for springtime activities. From the smallest lawnmower tires to passenger tires, farm tires, and the largest truck tires. Call Commercial Tire for repairs that aren't tire related. Our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th in Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Salina Medical Aesthetics has a special invite for you. A spring open house that not only will help you spring a good time, but will also spring lots of great prices on your favorite products. Put it on your planner. Saturday, April 20th from 9 a.m. to noon. Event-only specials, exclusive drawings, and more. This is also a chance for you to learn more about the growing menu of SME's products and services. The Salina Medical Aesthetics Spring Open House, Saturday, April 20th from 9 a.m. to noon. Follow SME on social media for more information.
74 degrees and all sunshine as we go to the 9th inning of a 1-1 ball game. It has been a good one between Southeast of Saline and Chapman here on the softball diamond. And for the Lady Irish, it will be Tegan Ellis, Abby Martinez, and Zoe Peterson trying to start the party here for Chapman against Lexi Jacobson. Jacobson and Harold have been locked in a pitcher's duel since the very beginning of this one. Each has allowed one unearned run. But it's been Chapman that has kind of found ways to get to Jacobson here recently. They got 2 singles back in the 8th, a single in the 7th, a single in the 5th, and 2 singles in the 4th. And here, the first 2 pitches miss upstairs, and the count is 2-0. Here on Tegan Ellis. Ellis today 1 for 3, 2 pop-ups and a single. And here we'll take one to second. It's picked up awkwardly by Adams, but the throw is in time. And that is 1 down for Southeast of Saline here in the 9th. Brings up Abby Martinez, who got to second base. That's as close as the Irish have had the go-ahead runner. Matter of fact, aside from Zoe Peterson, who scored the lone run of the day, nobody has advanced past second today for Chapman, as Jacobson delivers a ball that breaks out, and the count begins at 0-1. Martinez, the lone senior in the lineup, stands in, tries to start the party here for the Irish. Next pitch, misses upstairs. Good take there for Martinez, leaves it at the eyes, and the count even at 1-1. You also wonder how many pitches these 2 starters could go as a leaping catch is made by Kimber Ogerzolka. And that is 2 down. That ball had single written all over it. And instead, it's going to go down as an L3. And it's 2 away for Zoe Peterson. Southeast trying to give themselves a chance in the 9th. Peterson had the single and then a stolen base. She advanced to third on a ground out from Leedy. She came in to score on an error committed on a hard hit ball by Jay Rogers. All of that was done back in the 5th inning. Here, it's going to be a line shot up and over the glove of Brielle Potacek. And there she is with another single to left. Zoe Peterson is aboard. Once again, Chapman will have the go-ahead run on. Both teams have been flirting with it here. Neither team has managed to bring him around to score. Kaylee Livingston grabs a bat now. Livingston, one of just 3 spots in the order today that has yet to reach base. First pitch in for a called strike. Livingston flew out to center back in the 3rd, struck out looking in the 5th, and popped up to the 3rd baseman back in the 7th. The 0-1 misses high. And the count even at a ball and a strike. I did see somebody for Southeast of Saline, wasn't 100% sure who, go to warm up in the bullpen. But for now, the game is Lexi Jacobson's. The 1-1 pitch is popped up, and that is back behind the stands here for strike 2. The count is now 1-2. If they can get to her, Mackenzie Leedy, the 9-hole hitter, is on the on-deck circle. 1-2 the count. Jacobson looking to get her team a 3rd chance to walk this off. The 1-2 in there, called strike 3. And Lexi Jacobson will rack up her 6th strikeout of the day. Southeast of Saline back up to bat when we return once again on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
The sound of a bat hitting the ball and cheering voices means we're back at the ballparks. Hi friends, it's Winnell Garrettson with Salina Homes, and I'm here to help you call the right pitches. Real estate is like baseball when it comes to perfect timing. A hitter needs good timing to hit a home run, and right now the timing is perfect for that real estate transaction you've been pondering. Whether you're a first-time buyer or downsizing because the nest is empty, I can help you hit it out of the park. Buy or sell, call Winnell at Salina Homes.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
9-1-2 due up for Southeast of Saline as we go to the bottom of the 9th. Already 3 extra innings into this one, and neither pitcher giving an inch. Southeast got the potential game-winning run on in the 7th. Aside from that, they have yet to have someone reach. They've had 3 reach all day. A walk for Brielle Potacek back in the 1st, a walk for Maddie Harris back in the 4th, and an infield single for Brenna Baird off the pitcher in the 7th. J.C. Berghart, Lexi Jacobson, and Maddie Harris will lead it off for Southeast of Saline. The top of the order looming here. And Berghart trying to set the table. So far today, Berghart 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs. The 1-0 pitch swung on and missed, and she falls behind at 1-2. Madeline Harold also has a chance to do something I've not seen done in a long time. Berghart is the only batter she has not struck out today, and that includes a pinch hit performance. As this misses away, and the count goes to 2-1. She got the other 8 in the starting lineup, and then got Avery Kinkelar as a pinch hitter back in the 5th. So 10 batters have come to the plate for Southeast of Saline, and in this game, Harold has struck out 9 of them. Here, though, misses inside, and the count goes to 3-1. And here's where it gets tricky with Harold in the circle. You want to lay off, but you also know this is probably the best pitch you're going to get. She's gotten a lot of swings and misses 3-1 today. It's been part of what's allowed her to crank out the numbers she has. Although here the 3-1 misses, and J.C. Berghart will take her base. Southeast with a whole lot of speed on first base. And of the 4 to reach for Southeast today, 3 of them have been walks. And that will bring Kyle Cook out to the circle to talk to his starter here. I would imagine Harold's been stretched out pretty good this season, but again, what a game we've been treated to here today. 2 of the better pitching performances you'll see, especially on the Chapman side. 16 strikeouts for Madeline Harold, but now she's got to go through the Southeast lineup for a 4th time. In case you're wondering, only 2 other pitchers have actually thrown for Chapman this year. Kaylee Livingston, who we imagine will probably start game 2 of this doubleheader, and Jay Rogers, who has only thrown 2 2/3 innings. Lexi Jacobson at the plate with a chance to help her own cause here and perhaps earn herself the win on the other side. First pitch to her, she will square to bunt, gets it down. It's a beauty with topspin. The throw to first is just in time, not by much. And the sac bunt, though, works to perfection for Southeast of Saline. The game-winning run potentially standing aboard at second, and Maddie Harris, the team's best hitter, coming to the plate. You have got to give a lot of credit to Casey Heller for the work she's done behind the plate today. That is a tough play to make. But she's able to record the out. And now, only 1 down in the inning. Berghart aboard at second, and Maddie Harris ready to go. First pitch to Harris is in there for a called strike, down and away. Harris today, 2 strikeouts and a walk, a stolen base as well. But right now, priority number 1, find a way to move the runner. Berghart aboard at second. The 0-1 pitch misses outside. Good stop there by Heller. That's the other thing with Heller today. I'm pretty sure there's only been 1 ball that's gotten by her when there was somebody on base. She has been a proverbial brick wall behind the plate. 1-1 the count. Harold consults the armband, delivers the pitch, again outside, and the count goes to 2-1 here on Harris. Brielle Potacek, who scored the only run of the day for Southeast, is in the on-deck circle. Lady Trojans hoping they can get to her with the game-winning run just 60 feet away. The 2-1 chopped down the third base line and foul. And the count will go to 2-2 as Harris claps her hands and comes back to the plate now. It's Maddie versus Maddie. Maddie Harris for Southeast at the plate. Madeline Harold in the circle here for Chapman. Best on best here in the bottom of the 9th. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. The pitch misses up and in. Harris leaves it, and the count is full. J.C. Berghart represents the potential game-winning run on second base. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away in the inning. The payoff pitch swung on and missed. Maddie Harris chases outside. 17 strikeouts for Madeline Harold today. And Brielle Potacek represents the last hope for Southeast to walk it off here in the ninth. Potacek at the plate, ready to go here so far today. Officially 0 for 2, but did reach on a walk and came in to score on an error. And we'll watch the first pitch miss low for ball 1. You got to think Harold, a lot of confidence in her catcher to throw some of these pitches in the dirt, knowing they're going to be stopped. 1-0, pitch on the way. Called strike inside in breaking that time. You saw Potacek step out a little bit. And the count goes even at 1-1. Brenna Baird, who has the only hit today, is in the on-deck circle. As Potacek will leave a pitch outside. That is a veteran layoff. Almost anyone else in the state of Kansas, myself included, would have taken a big hack at that. Potacek leaves it. And the count goes to 2-1. The pitch fouled to the screen. Count goes to 2-2. Brielle Potacek this season, through the first 8 games of the season, .667 hitter, 16 hits, 14 driven in. That leads the team. She would love to make it 15 here. The 2-2 swung on and missed. 18 strikeouts for Madeline Harold, and this game will continue. 9 innings, not enough to sort it out. Back with the 10th when we return. It's the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Back here on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. There we go. Mackenzie Leedy, Jay Rogers, and Casey Heller coming to the plate here as we go to the 10th inning of Game 1 of this doubleheader. A bunt laid down the line. It's foul as Leedy trying to lead things off with some kind of a hit here. Again, Chapman's had a runner aboard. They've had a chance to take the lead in every innings from the 7th on. They got a single with 1 down in the 7th. They got a couple of singles with 1 down in the 8th and a single with 2 down in the 9th. But Lexi Jacobson has managed to strand everyone else, and Leedy will foul one away here.
Let's go.
Taps the head with the bat a couple of times in disgust and gets ready to step back in, down 0-2. Jacobson, 6 strikeouts today. She's done a better job of pitching to weak contact. And we'll see if she tries to attack Leedy right here or wastes a pitch. And she will waste a pitch. Easy enough to lay off of that one. Leedy leaves it up and away, and the count goes to 1-2 here on the freshman. Leedy's got good speed. Fights this off and keeps herself alive as the count is still 1-2. This game approaching the 2-hour mark here. Of course, no lights at southeast of Saline High School. Part of the reason they play these games at 3 o'clock. You wonder what that might mean for Game 2, but boy, what an excellent game we've been treated to here as Leedy will watch another pitch miss up and out, and the count is 2-2. Chapman has had 1 runner all day reach third base And a swing and a miss will be the 7th strikeout for Lexi Jacobson. It's 1 down in the inning, and it's Jay Rogers coming to the plate. Rogers, as I mentioned before, as a freshman, is hitting .609, 14 strikeouts, leads the team by a wide margin. But when she gets a hold of one, she gets a hold of it. Not often you see a player that leads the team both in hits and in strikeouts from the plate, but that is what Jay Rogers has done, and that's exactly what we've gotten out of her today. 2 strikeouts to start her game, a hard hit ball that resulted in her reaching on an error back in the 6th, and then a well-hit single out to left field back in the 8th. 2-0 the count. Wind continues to play in from center field. Pitch on the way, lifted high in the air, out to left, down the line. Berghardt chasing, and it's off the fence to make it a 2-1 count here on Jay Rogers. It's going to be very tough to get anything out today. 233 down the line in left, 233 down the line in right, 233 to straightaway center. But with that wind coming in and these two teams not known for their power, I doubt we see one get out today. Here's Rogers again under it. This ball drifting back and will fall harmlessly out of play as the count is now 2-2. I know I said it already earlier during our broadcast. It is a crime that one of these pitchers is going to have to take a loss today. Jacobson hoping it's not her, as the 2-2 is on its way, and this time Rogers goes the other way. And the count stays right where it's at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jacobson back in the circle, Rogers back in the box. And here comes the 2-2. And again, it's fouled away, and someone, oh boy, gotta look out for your car over there. Not a lot of great spots to park down that line. And Rogers may have given somebody an excuse to go get a new windshield. Right now, trying to straighten it out, looking to get herself on base. Chapman's had someone on in the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th. We are here in the top of the 10th. They won 1 ball game. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. Good take from Jay Rogers. Boy, does not have the plate approach of your typical freshman. Leaves that one where it's at. And now time is called. And yep, needing to dust off the plate. And with good reason, you can barely see the thing. So that's squared away, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Jay Rogers back at the plate. Chapman dugout making some noise for their freshman leadoff hitter. Payoff pitch, fouled away. We'll do it again. What a fun matchup this has been throughout the day. 2 looking strikeouts for Jacobson against Rogers to start this game. But the last 2 times, it's Rogers who has found a way to reach base. And on one of those occasions, brought the run in to score. It's the only reason we're still playing this game. Payoff pitch, fouled off again, this time into the southeast dugout. And the battle continues. Round 5 of this heavyweight duel between Jay Rogers and Lexi Jacobson. Only 2 walks on the year for Rogers. All or nothing type swing. Payoff pitch again. Strike 3. Looking this time around. And Rogers is down. It's the 8th strikeout of the day for Lexi Jacobson. And it's 2 down for Casey Heller, who comes to the plate for the 5th time today. Heller is 0 for 5 or 0 for 4. 3 groundouts and a fly out today. And tips the first pitch that she sees, foul and out of play, as the count goes to 0-1. Heller just a 188 hitter this season, a 350 on base percentage, only 3 hits. Entrusted here with the 2 spot in the lineup. The 0-1 misses up and away. This time Heller able to lay off. And the count will stay even. Jacobson looking for one more good out. to give her team another crack at this walk-off. The 1-1. Laced right to second, bobbled by Adams, picks it up, throw to first is in time, and that will do it for the top of the 10th. We go to the home half of inning number 10, almost a full bonus game of softball here on the Saline Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
For over 90 years, when people go car shopping, they've been coming to Marshall Motors in Salina. Hi, this is Dane at Marshall Motors. The world has changed, but the way we do business remains the same. We promise you the right price, no pressure, and to be your trusted dealership for sales and service. For over 90 years, we've been treating people the way we want to be treated and watching them drive away with a smile and a great ride. Come see us in South Salina at Marshall Motors. We keep life moving.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of two types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialist will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
9.5 innings have come and gone, and the deadlock has not been broken. Southeast scored in the home half of the first. They took a 1-0 lead. Chapman came back and tied it in the visitors' fifth, and since then it has been nothing but goose eggs on the scoreboard for both of these teams. We go to the home half of inning number 10. If you're tuned in, I have a fairly good idea. You're a fan of high school softball, but for those who might not be accustomed, normally 7-inning games, already 2.5 innings into extras, and no closer to sorting this out. But it's the heart of the order due up for Southeast of Saline. Brenna Baird, Kimber Ogerzolka, and Brooklyn Adams. And Baird is the only batter in the order who has a hit today and had to smash a ball off of Madeline Harold just to get herself on base. So the lone hit, an infield single, that were it hit anywhere else on the infield would have probably been an out. First pitch to her. It's going to be left down and inside, and the count goes to 1-0. Here to start off, Brenna Baird. Baird is 1 for 3 today, a strikeout, a fly out to left, and an infield single back in the 7th. Here comes the 1-0. Lifted back out of play, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. Brenna Baird likely will be the starting pitcher for game 2 of this doubleheader. Typically does follow Lexi Jacobson. That's been a heck of a 1-2 punch on the other side. In game number 2, we can expect Kaylee Livingston to get the start here for Chapman. But, boy, right now it's been Lexi Jacobson and Madeline Harold going at it as the 1-1 pitch is on its way, and a good breaking pitch. It's outside for ball 2. Harold, I cannot stress this enough, 18 strikeouts in 9 innings. She is averaging 2 a frame. She has allowed just 3 runners to reach base all day, actually 4 now. And Baird swings through that to even the count at 2-2. Only 5 balls have been put in play today on Madeline Harold. We are in the 10th inning. The 2-2. Rise ball up, left there by Baird, and the count is full. Of Southeast of Saline's 4 base runners, 3 have been on walks, including Brielle Potachik, who scored the lone run of the day. But you know Baird wants a pitch she can hit. She wants to go best on best. The payoff pitch is ball 4, and Brenna Baird will take her base. Southeast of Saline, for the second time in as many innings, is going to have the leadoff runner aboard with nobody out. And Coach Potachik is going to go over and have a word with the field umpire. And I'm curious as to what this is about. It may have something to do with a potential double switch for Baird to see if there's any way that they can have her come back up to hit again. Again, Baird was lifted for Kiki Riedel as a pinch runner back in the 7th inning. So traditionally, if you pull her again, she can't re-enter. But with the flex rule in softball, you never know. There are a lot of different unique ways that you can do a lot of different things. And now, yeah, Coach Potacek and our field umpire are going to huddle up with our home plate umpire. I don't know for sure that that's what they're talking about, but I would imagine that may be what the conversation is for. Baird is a bat that Southeast of Saline does not want to risk losing at any point in the rest of the game. She is one of the big power bats in this lineup, batting .478, slugging .652. And this has now turned into a long conversation, but if there's one coach you would trust to find a way to sort of piece this together and cook up a scheme to get Baird back into the game, it might be Coach Potacek. She knows the rule book like the back of her hand. Again, during basketball season, I'll usually just pop off an earmuff and try to listen in, but from here to there, I don't think that is going to work today. Again, the conversation could be about something completely different. Any way you want to slice it, Southeast of Saline is set up well here with the potential game-winning run aboard. And it will be Kimber Ogerzolka and Brooklyn Adams due up here for Southeast of Saline as the next couple of batters here for SES. So Coach Potacek says her thanks and walks back, and now they're going to give, they are going to give Madeline Harold a couple of warm-up pitches, and rightfully so. Not a crazy thing for Kyle Cook to ask for there. Although, boy, isn't that just like Madeline Harold? She takes her one warm-up pitch and says, okay, get in the box. We're ready. Let's do this. Kimber Ogerzolka at the plate, 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts today. Looking for some redemption here in the home half of the 10th. Southeast of Saline and Chapman both looking for one more run to put this game away. First pitch on the way. Squares to bunt. Unable to get it down is Ogerzolka. Corner's ready for it. Heller ready for it. And that's kind of the thing for Southeast right now is nobody probably not going to second, but when you've got a defensive catcher as good as what Heller is behind the plate, and you've got corners as good as Martinez and Livingston, Southeast has not had anybody reach base on a bunt today, and they've laid down some beauties. Got to think Madeline Harold knows that the bunt is on, leaving that upstairs, and the count goes even at 1-1 here on Kimber Ogerzolka. Ogerzolka that time faking the bunt, trying to draw the corners in. Now the defense has got a little something extra to think about. 1 ball, 1 strike. Squares to bunt, pulls it back, swings away, and cuts through the third pitch of the at-bat to make the count 1-2. At this point, 20 strikeouts is within reach for Madeline Harold. She's got 18 already. Does she have a 19th inner? Well, he shakes off a couple of signs there from Coach. See what she wanted. The 1-2. Rise ball up, left there by Ogerzolka. That was Harold's choice, but you trust her better judgment, especially considering she's already gotten Ogerzolka swinging 3 times today. She got her for her 4th, 9th, and 15th recorded strikeouts. The 2-2. 19 Ks. What a day for Madeline Harold. And Southeast of Saline with 1 down will turn things over to Brooklyn Adams. I got to put this in perspective for the good folks at home. Southeast of Saline as a team in 8 games had struck out a total of 16 times. Madeline Harold has 19 strikeouts in this game. Pulling it back, poking one that had a chance to get through. They're going to turn the short way for 1, and they will cut down the lead runner as Rogers gets it to Leedy. That was a good idea for Brooklyn Adams, but cannot find the hole. And Southeast down to their final out here in the 10th with an 11th inning potentially looming. This is what you tune in for when you come to the game of the week. It's been a 10-inning epic. Brooklyn Adams aboard at first. Avery Kinkelar at the plate. First pitch swinging and falls behind 0-1. Kinkelar still looking for that elusive first hit of the season. So far today, 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out. 0-1 in for a called strike. 0-2 the count. We've seen Harold waste pitches. We've seen Harold go right at people. See what she wants to do here. The 0-2. Swung on and tipped back to the screen as Kinkelar fights it off and stays alive. Kinkelar giving a reassuring grin from Coach Potacek in the third base box. A lot of faith being placed right now in the junior. And here it comes, the 0-2. Popped up and out of play. It's a foul ball back to the cross-country trail, and Kinkelar continuing to battle here in the box. If they can get to her, Abby Wyatt stands in the on-deck circle. That fielder's choice was huge. It was a good play from Rogers to keep the lead runner away from the base. The 0-2 misses inside. Sizable secondary that time there for Brooklyn Adams, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Southeast of Saline continues to battle here with Kinkelar at the plate. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. And that is 20 strikeouts on the day for the Mad Dog in the circle. We go to the 11th inning of play here on our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
Gabe with Sage Products in Salina, offering industrial strength products that get the job done right. We are featuring hospital-grade disinfectant sprays, wipes, and hand sanitizers to keep you safe this time of year. We carry toilet paper with a large assortment of hand towels. Check out our private line of colorful products like Mom's Streak-Free Glass Cleaner or our friendly Amazing Green Bowl Cleaner. Go online to sageselects.com, visit our 9th Street location in Salina, or call 309-1919.
Your next visit to the doctor for an upcoming procedure or surgery should start with a conversation about Salina Surgical Hospital. Hi, this is Geraldine Diedrich, and we are truly committed to fostering your health and well-being. From outpatient procedures to inpatient stays, you will feel the difference in our excellent care and compassion. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure at Salina Surgical Hospital. Your surgical experience is our specialty. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local, community-involved physicians.
Welcome back to Chapter 11 of this epic between two heavyweights, and a line shot caught by Potacek. Oh my goodness. Maddie Harold, that is the second time today that she has put one on the barrel, and it's the second time it's gone right into a Lady Trojan mitt. One down for SES here in the 11th inning of this softball game. First pitch, off speed, called strike to Taylor Gustafson. 0-1 the count. Lexi Jacobson and Maddie Harold have both been excellent so far today. Neither team giving an inch. Both teams have threatened. Neither has come around to score one in a very long time. Again, Southeast got on the board back in the home half of the first. Chapman responded with 1 run in the visitors' 5th. And since then, a whole lot of zeros on the scoreboard. Both teams know they probably just need 1 more run to wrap this up. 1-2, going to be poked up and off the glove. Southeast not going to be able to recover fast enough. And an infield single for Taylor Gustafson will give the Lady Irish a base runner here with 1 down in the 11th. Roll that, an infield single for Gustafson, who is now 2 for 5. Tegan Ellis will now come to the plate. Ellis today is 1 for 4. Chapman's been the better team at the plate today, but they're still looking for their first extra base hit. Everything has been a single or an out. And they might get another. Potacek chasing. That's going to be over the mitt. Berghardt comes in, makes the catch. Throw to second, not going to be in time. And it's back-to-back singles, and 2 bloop singles at that, here for the Lady Irish. And now Chapman's starting to think about this with 1 down, and Abby Martinez at the plate. Southeast has played with fire here in extra innings. Chapman had a runner aboard in the 7th, 2 aboard in the 8th, 1 aboard in the 9th, and now they've got 2 aboard in the 11th with Abby Martinez at the plate. And Martinez, pitch she sees, that's in the left. Coming in to make the catch is Berghardt. That's 2 down. We might run out of daylight before we run out of innings today, the way this game has gone. This got underway at 3 o'clock. It is now 5:10, and everyone on the edge of their seats as Zoe Peterson will grab a bat, the next to hit here for Chapman. First pitch called strike. Jacobson knows she's 1 out away from giving her team another chance. Peterson's been a problem at the plate today, 2 for 4, a sac bunt. She scored the lone run for Chapman back in the 5th inning, and here cuts it a drop ball. Boy, that one fell off the table, and the count is 0-2. Lexi Jacobson from the circle, 1 pitch away from giving her team another chance. The 0-2 taken to second. It'll be picked up. Tagging the bag is Adams. And we go to the home half of the 11th here on our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
Opus Plasma Skin Resurfacing at Salina Medical Aesthetics is similar to traditional laser skin treatments. It uses thermal energy to produce anti-aging results as opposed to traditional laser energy. There's minimal downtime, and each session only takes about 45 minutes. Most patients see a noticeable difference with just 1 procedure. Treat moderate to deep wrinkles, fine lines, sagging skin, rough patches, poor skin tone, and sunspots. Opus is a fantastic treatment for anti-aging. For a free consultation, contact Salina Medical Aesthetics and learn more at salinamedesthetics.org.
Springtime is here and we're on the go. Visit Commercial Tire Center and get ready to roll. We're driving more and more and getting ready for springtime activities. From the smallest lawnmower tires to passenger tires, farm tires, and the largest truck tires. Call Commercial Tire for repairs that aren't tire related. Our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th in Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
10.5 innings, not enough to sort this one out. Southeast of Saline and Chapman locked in a battle. 1-1 has been the score since back in the 5th inning. And for Southeast of Saline, it'll be Abby Wyatt, J.C. Berghardt, and Lexi Jacobson, the 8, 9, and 1-hole hitters due up here to face Madeline Harold. Harold has put together a masterpiece. 20 strikeouts, 1 hit allowed. It was an infield single, and just 3 walks. She will miss with this pitch, though, and the count does go to 1-1. The Mad Dog has been excellent. She has shown off her bite today. 1-1 pitch. It's going to be hit high in the air. Should be easy work for Gustafson, and the catch is made. It's 1 down here in the 11th. Brings up the 9-hole hitter, J.C. Berghardt, who reached on a leadoff walk back in the 9th. That's the other thing. Southeast of Saline has had the leadoff runner aboard in each of the last 2 innings. Berghardt made it as far as second, and then because of a fielder's choice, nobody made it to second base last inning for Southeast. First pitch misses low in the dirt here. I realize that the throwing motion of a softball pitcher is nothing like a baseball pitcher. It doesn't put the same amount of strain on your arm. But at the same time, both of these pitchers have got to be exhausted. And a big swing and a miss will make the count, believe 1-1. Here on J.C. Berghardt. Harold back in, ready to go. Will deliver the pitch. And it's a called strike at the knees. And the count now is 1-2. 20 strikeouts on the docket already for Madeline Harold. Southeast just looking for a runner. The pitch outside for a ball, and the count goes even at 2-2. It's on days like this that I'm glad my scorebook goes up to 15 innings. You don't usually need it, but every now and again you get a game like this. The 2-2 in the dirt. Good stop there by Heller, and the count is full. J.C. Berghardt looking to become potentially just the 5th base runner of the day for Southeast of Saline. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Payoff pitch. It's hit off the nub, and it will stay right where it's at 3-2. This is the last member of the Southeast order going through the lineup for a 4th time today is Madeline Harold. And normally every time you go through the order, you get a little more comfortable facing off against a pitcher. Harold has just been unbothered by all of it. 3-2, another payoff. And it misses inside. It's a walk for J.C. Berghardt. Back-to-back walks for the Southeast left fielder. And the Lady Trojans are in business with 1 down, and Lexi Jacobson coming to the plate. I think Lexi Jacobson's due for a big hit. 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts and a sac bunt today. But one of the most dangerous bats in this Lady Trojan lineup. Trying to make a little magic in the 11th inning of this, the first game of our 2-game set. And she will square to bunt. Is going to be caught. A chance to double off the runner, and a good play by Harold, who decides to eat it and allow Berghardt to stay at first instead of risking something that could have helped Southeast move up. Rule that an L1 in the scorebook, and Maddie Harris will grab a bat for the 4th or 5th time today. Harris, 3 strikeouts and a walk. But again, neither pitcher giving so much as an inch. Madeline Harold now 1 out away from sending us to the 12th. And the first pitch just misses outside for ball 1. Southeast of Saline, no outs to give. Good speed, though, with J.C. Berghardt aboard at first. The 1-0 is a ball inside, and the count goes to 2-0. I hate to keep banging the drum, but only 1 hit today for Southeast of Saline. Their other 4 base runners have all come via the walk. Here's one taken down the line to third, picked up by Martinez, who sails the throw. That gets by. Southeast is going to wave the runner. Now they'll hold him up, moving up to second base, and nobody was at home. Coach Potacek had no way to know. She's watching the runner come around the corner, but Heller got caught backing up the play. There was nobody home. Southeast of Saline coughs up a chance to win this game, but Chapman not out of the woods yet, and Maddie Harris is aboard at second on the second Chapman error of the day. It's 2nd and 3rd, Southeast of Saline, with the potential game-winning run just 60 feet away. And Brielle Potacek at the plate, looking to be the hero here in the 11th inning. First pitch, misses, down and in, ball 1. This is what we heard from Coach Kyle Cook. He said the errors have been the thing that has come back to bit us this season. You give teams extra outs, they find ways to make you pay. 1 error in this game committed by Chapman through the first 10 innings allowed Southeast to score their lone run. Will another seal their fate here in the 11th? The 1-0 misses again, and another good stop by Heller. Casey Heller might be the most underrated part of this battering mate today. You look at the way that Chapman has kept the runs off the board. Her keeping everything in front's been a big part of it. The 2-0. Potacek hits it out of play. Count goes to 2-1. I'll come back to the stat. 20 strikeouts on the day for Madeline Harold. She has allowed 1 hit. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 down. Pitch to Potacek. It's a little nubber, got a chance to get down. It will. They still have to beat the throw out. She dives in face first, and she is out. What a play for Leedy to get the ball to Livingston, and the Lady Irish freshman saves this game for Chapman. What a play. What a play for Mackenzie Leedy. They're going to discuss this right now. You got to think the field umpire probably had the better angle, but he was standing at second base, so to be fair, about the same distance as the home plate umpire. It was a face-first dive. from Brielle Potacek, and there it is. The biggest play of the day, committed for Mackenzie Leedy, and we will go to the 12th inning when we come back on our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. Might just be the game of the year, back when we return here on Salina Post.
Salina Medical Aesthetics has a special invite for you. A spring open house that not only will help you spring a good time, but will also spring lots of great prices on your favorite products. Put it on your planner. Saturday, April 20th from 9 a.m. to noon. Event-only specials, exclusive drawings, and more. This is also a chance for you to learn more about the growing menu of SME's products and services. The Salina Medical Aesthetics Spring Open House, Saturday, April 20th from 9 a.m. to noon. Follow SME on social media for
The sound of a bat hitting the ball and cheering voices means we're back at the ballparks. Hi friends, it's Winnell Garrettson with Salina Homes, and I'm here to help you call the right pitches. Real estate is like baseball when it comes to perfect timing. A hitter needs good timing to hit a home run, and right now the timing is perfect for that real estate transaction you've been pondering. Whether you're a first-time buyer or downsizing because the nest is empty, I can help you hit it out of the park. Buy or sell, call Winnell at Salina Homes.
We return to softball action, the 12th inning of play. The 8 1-2 hole hitters due up for the Lady Irish, Kaylee Livingston, Mackenzie Leedy, and Jay Rogers. Chapman trying to get back on the board. First pitch swinging and a pop-up that'll find its way out of play. But what a game we've been treated to here today. I said it on the other side of the break, I'll say it again. Normally, we try to give you a game of the week. We may have inadvertently brought you the game of the year today. 11 innings, not enough. We go to the 12th, 1-1 our score. And we will continue going until one of three things happens. Either one of these teams scores a run and wins it outright, the sun goes down and we can't play anymore, or one of these pitchers' arms physically falls off of their body, which is a possibility the way this has gone today. Not very often you're going to be asked to go out and pitch 12 innings, but both of these starters, that's exactly the situation they're in. Here's a tomahawk chop down the line, picked up by Rohr, who will throw to first. It's in time. Not a ton of speed there from the first baseman, Livingston. A good run, probably gets an infield single, but give credit to Rohr, who puts a good arm on the throw. And now Mackenzie Leedy, who is the only reason this game is not over, will come to the plate. Leedy, from her spot at second, had to make the play of the day and get the ball to first base from her knees in order to prevent a run from scoring for Southeast of Saline. She now has a chance to help play the hero if she can get aboard following the 5-3 putout. And instead, will pop up the first pitch. Drifting back is Rohr, who can't quite keep it in the mitt. A good try there for Addison Rohr, but unable to make the catch over the shoulder. And the count will start at 0-1. Leedy, for what it's worth, due for a hit today. She is 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts, a ground out, and a flyout, but she more than made up for that with one stellar play in the field. Pitch misses up and out. Count goes to 1-1. Jay Rogers in the on-deck circle. Guaranteed an at-bat here this inning. Here comes the 1-1. And that's lifted again. This should be easier for Rohr, and this time she's got it for out number 2. Jay Rogers, for the 6th time today, will grab a bat. I mentioned before I've given her numbers a number of times throughout this game, but it really is all or nothing for Jay. 3 strikeouts today, a single and a hard hit ball that allowed her to reach on an error, and she laces one foul down the line. That's been the way she's swung the bat all season. 14 hits, 609 average, 14 strikeouts. And right now, Lexi Jacobson trying to hunt down one of the latter. Jacobson's already punched out 8 hitters so far today. The 0-1. Again, laced foul. And look out if you park down the third base line. I don't have a windshield sponsor today, but if you do have a windshield company, hey, hit us up. See if we can't get you some advertising here on our game of the week. The 0-2. Oh, awfully close. Jacobson shaking her head. Not sure where that one was. And a collective sigh of relief from the Chapman faithful off to my right. 1-2. Jacobson, 8 strikeouts today. And she'll get one right back to her, picks it up, and throws to first. There is the out. And we go to the home half of the 12th inning. A full bonus game, all wrapped up in one here on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. Still 1-1 when we come back.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
It will be Brenna Baird, Kimber Ogerzolka, and Brooklyn Adams to lead off the 12th for Southeast of Saline. Game 1 of our doubleheader. And that earlier conversation, if you recall back to, it was a couple of innings ago, Coach Patacha came out, had a word with a couple of the umpires, and I think it was about whatever switch and shift and use of the flex and the DP and every tool at their disposal Southeast of Saline uses. But they found a way. They get Brenna Baird back to the plate here. And that is a good thing for SAS. Baird today is 1 for 3, has the only hit of the day. Also reached on a walk, struck out once, and flew out to left. 0-1 pitch. She's going to get caught lunging at it. Drifting back to make the catch is Leedy. And that's one down here in the 12th for Southeast. Kimber Ogerzolka will come to bat next. Ogerzolka currently has the dreaded platinum sombrero. A strikeout in the 2nd, the 4th, the 7th, and the 10th. Has handed 4 of the 20 strikeouts to Madeline Harold, who has just been on another planet so far today. 20 strikeouts for Harold, 1 hit given up, 1 run given up, and by the way, it was an unearned run. Both of the runs on the scoreboard are in this 1-1 game. Pitch in for a called strike on the outer half, and all of a sudden, Ogerzolka finds herself down 0-2. Boy, both teams have had chances to win this game. Southeast most recently had 2nd and 3rd, but an excellent play in the field from Leedy saved it as this one is skipped to home plate. Heller a little lax that time, of course, with nobody on base to worry about. But yeah, the last run of this game came back in the 5th. It was a run for Chapman. Southeast has not scored since back in the 1st. But they're looking to find a way to bookend this game with 1 run in the 1st and last inning. And all that really matters at the end of the day is that you score last. I think any coach in the state of Kansas will tell you that. 2-2 is the count. Ogerzolka looking for a redemption at bat. And we'll watch ball 3 down and inside. The count is full. All 4 of Ogerzolka's strikeouts today have been swinging. But again, she's an excellent hitter. 391 on the year, 9 hits, including a triple and 2 RBI. That breeze has lightened up just a little bit, no longer blowing in directly from straightaway center field. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch is hit off the end of the bat. It's basically a swinging bunt. Martinez picks it up and cannot get it to first. It's an infield single for Kimber Ogerzolka. And Southeast of Saline is back in business here in the 12th inning with 1 down for Brooklyn Adams. That was a Not the intention, I promise you, for Kimber Ogresolka. Weak contact down the line, but again, it turns it into a swinging bunt. And southeast of Saline with Brooklyn Adams at the plate, once again has the potential game-winning run on the base paths. Squaring to bunt, peeling it back. It's going to be picked there by Harold. The throw to first in time. And it's a swinging sac bunt, if you want to call it that, for Brooklyn Adams. Southeast of Saline, though, moves up the potential game-winning run into scoring position. And here comes Avery Kinkelar. You want to talk about a coach having faith in her player. Kinkelar will bat for the 4th time today, not in the starting lineup. Still looking for the first hit of her season. Takes the first pitch down and inside. But if that tells you one thing about head coach Pesha Patacic, she has the utmost faith and confidence in Avery Kinkelar's ability to come through against unquestionably the best pitcher that Southeast of Saline has faced all season. Kinkelar takes up and away. The count goes to 2-0. Madeline Harold has been as close to unhittable as unhittable gets. The one hit she gave up was an infield single. Actually, both of them were infield singles. Here she gets a strike across the plate. 20 strikeouts. The only frames without one, actually the only frame without one was the 12th. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch to Kinkelar is tipped foul, and Kinkelar evens the count at 2-2. SES in the bottom of their order. 2 down here in the bottom of the 12th, trying to avoid a 13th inning of play. Madeline Harold trying to cap off her masterpiece with a notch in the win column. Pitch on the way, called strike 3. Madeline Harold, 21 strikeouts, will send us to the 12th, no, send us to the 13th inning of play. When we return, it's the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
For over 90 years, when people go car shopping, they've been coming to Marshall Motors in Salina. Hi, this is Dane at Marshall Motors. The world has changed, but the way we do business remains the same. We promise you the right price, no pressure, and to be your trusted dealership for sales and service. For over 90 years, we've been treating people the way we want to be treated and watching them drive away with a smile and a great ride. Come see us in South Salina at Marshall Motors. We keep life moving.
Welcome back into Gypsum, Kansas. Tyler Henry alongside you. Brian Dennett, our producer and engineer, handling camera duties today. A 1-1 game as we go to the 13th inning. Tell you what, I've been at this for a while. This is my 11th year doing play-by-play. I have never, in all my days, seen a softball game go to 13 innings. And it's been worth the wait for this one. Casey Heller to lead things off is going to tip the second pitch back into the mitt, falls behind in the count 0-2. It'll be Casey Heller, Maddie Harold, and Taylor Gustafson to lead off the 13th. This is the 6th time through the lineup for Chapman. Lexi Jacobson back out for another inning of work and gets a take there as the count goes to 1-2 on Casey Heller. Heller's been excellent behind the plate today, still struggling though at the plate. She is 0 for 5 with 4 groundouts and a flyout. Trying to avoid mixing a strikeout in as well. Lexi Jacobson has pitched to the tune of 8 Ks today, but again has gotten a lot of weak contact in this game. Two balls, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. Taken back up the middle. Coming over is Adams. Gets it in the breadbasket, but cannot beat out the speedy run from Casey Heller. And Chapman has got the leadoff runner aboard with nobody out, and Maddie Harold at the plate. And this is the most dangerous bat in the lineup. Madeline Harold, a 500 hitter on the year, slugging .792, 12 hits, 2 doubles, 3 triples, or 1 triple, and a home run. She leads the team with 11 driven in. She's come around to score 7 runs, and right now she's trying to find a way to drive in her catcher and give herself a chance to win it in the 13th. And boy, got a piece of that one, but it is going to be foul and into a truck bed. Well, you don't get any points for that, but style points awarded there to Maddie Harold, who will re-grab her bat. Harold's barreled up a couple of pitches. She lined out hard back in the 4th, did the same in the 11th. So she's put a couple of balls on the screws, but so far has yet to reach base aside from her single and walk. She is one of 4 members of this order who have reached base twice today. It's been an adventurous day for Harold, but again, she's done most of her damage in the circle. Here is the 1-2, and that one's going to be poked into the gap in right center. That gets down, it rolls to the fence. We'll see if they want to send Heller, and they are going to hold Heller up at third base, and it's a good thing they did because Brooklyn Adams was primed and ready to smoke her at home plate if she tried to turn the corner, but a lot of ways the Chapman Irish can walk or can get themselves ahead here in the 13th inning, and Taylor Gustafson will come to the plate following the double. It's going to be a meeting in the circle for southeast of Saline. You wonder if this is the end of the line for Lexi Jacobson or if this is just a conversation to try to settle down the senior starter. Jacobson has been so good today, but Chapman has found ways to get on base. Both teams have late. You'd expect that as we go deeper into extras. The fact that either team has found a way to bring a run across since the 5th inning, though, that's the crazy part. And you love this. Coach Potacek sticking to her guns, sticking to her starter. It is Lexi Jacobson's game for the time being. But the heart of the order due up. Nobody out in the inning. And Chapman one good swing away from taking their first lead of the game. Taylor Gustafson, 2 singles, a strikeout, a pop-out, and a ground-out. And I like this. Southeast is going to intentionally walk Gustafson to bring up Tegan Ellis. Good reason. You've got a chance now to cut down the run at the plate with a force out, and that's huge. This is good strategy by Coach Potacek in southeast of Saline. But if you're Tegan Ellis, you got to feel a little disrespected. Ellis also has 2 hits today. She'll take the first pitch in for a called ball inside. Ellis, a single in the 4th, a single in the 11th. Other than that, a fly out, a pop out, and a ground out. Anything but a strikeout has a chance to help you here as she fouls this back to the screen, and the count will go to 1-1. Lexi Jacobson trying to get out of the worst jam of her season. Bases loaded, nobody out, top of the 13th inning against the Chapman Lady Irish. The 1-1 is fouled away, and Jacobson now has a chance to record the biggest strikeout of the game. Casey Heller hit an infield single. She stands on third. Maddie Harold hit a double. She stands on second. Gustafson was intentionally walked to load the bases. The 1-2 swung on and fouled back into Tegan Ellis. That does not feel good. Dust off the plate here. Ellis will stand back in. Just trying to battle. Anything in the outfield should score a run. Good speed with Heller on third, and it's a hot shot back to first. They'll throw back to third. It's going to get by. Going to come in to score. Casey Heller crosses home plate, and the Lady Irish have their first lead of the game here in the 13th inning. Boy, southeast of Saline thought they had a chance to double off the lead run. It wasn't a bad idea by Kimber Ogerzolka. The throw. And on the E3, the third run of the day is going to come in to score. All 3 runs today for both teams have been unearned. And in all the chaos, Maddie Harold moves up to third. And Taylor Gustafson moves up to second. And yeah, southeast of Saline's going to do the same thing. They will intentionally walk Abby Martinez to get that force back at the plate. Zoe Peterson strides to the plate. 2 for 5, 2 singles, a stolen base, and a run scored. First pitch to her. Misses upstairs, and the count starts off at 1-0. Peterson digs back in. She's taken a couple of balls out to left field. Now trying to gain Chapman some insurance. Instead pops this up, drifting out to make the catch. It's going to be bobbled, but then caught. Throw back to the plate is not in time. Throw back to third is not in time. And everybody moves up a station. So rule it a sacrifice fly for Zoe Peterson. Normally you don't have a sac fly to the second baseman. That's exactly what it was, though, and Chapman scores their 3rd run of the day. They've got the insurance they so desperately need it. That was a really good throw for Maddie Harris back to third. It just wasn't quite in time, and everybody in turn moves up. Gustafson now stands at third, and Martinez stands at second. Kaylee Livingston, in theory, is the next batter, and now we've got a conversation between our 2 umpires here. I wondered for a moment if maybe Maddie Harold left the bag early. I don't know if this is what they're talking about. We'll say, you got to respect this umpiring crew. They've done a lot to ensure they get the calls right. And it looks like Coach Batachik is asking for the infield fly rule. She's got a point. With the bases loaded, if Adams didn't drift out to the outfield grass to make the catch, and I don't believe she did, you can't advance on that. Again, we don't have replay. I can't remember off the top of my head whether she actually did touch the grass or not, but either way, the infield fly rule was not called for, and it remains 2nd and 3rd for Kaylee Livingston. And the first pitch, oh boy. Southeast going to catch a bit of a break as that ball would have gotten by Harris, but it bounces off Harris, off the home plate umpire, and back to Harris. And the count is 1-0 to Kaylee Livingston. That keeps the runner aboard at third. Chapman with their first lead of the game. Pitch on the way. Misses high for a ball. With the nature of the error being committed earlier, by the way, I think all of the runs continue to be unearned. And it's crazy to think that Lexi Jacobson could potentially give up 0 earned runs in 13 innings and still find a way to lose this game. Southeast will have a chance to get the runs back on the other side. Right now, their task is keeping more runs off the board. They need just 1 more out to get out of this inning. 3 balls and 1 strike to Kaylee Livingston. She's 0 for 5 today. She will roll one to short. It is off of Batachik. 1 run will score. They're going to wave the run in, and that is 2 across as Kinkelar couldn't field it cleanly out in center field. And now the Irish have got to think that this game is theirs. Martinez and Gustafson both come in to score. It's another error for southeast of Saline here in the 13th. Still just need 1 more out, but this is a heartbreaker for SES. Again, they will still have a chance on the other side, but they have struggled, as has everyone who's faced her against Madeline Harold. And we got a pinch hitter Coming in now for Chapman, Reese Langvart will grab a bat for Mackenzie Leedy. Leedy was 0 for 5, so they'll turn this over to Langvart. Southeast still looking for just one more out. Swing and a miss, check swing went through. 0-1 the count. Livingston remains aboard at first. Chapman took their first lead this inning. Now they have their biggest lead, and another swing and a miss at a pitch upstairs for Langvart has her behind 0-2. On the other side, that'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hole hitters for Southeast of Saline against the Mad Dog. The 0-2 in there for called strike 3, and that will wrap up the top of the 13th. But Chapman breaks it open. They take the first lead of the day, and they've got a 5-1 lead going to the home half of inning number 13 when we come back on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of two types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialist will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Gabe with Sage Products in Salina, offering industrial strength products that get the job done right. We are featuring hospital-grade disinfectant sprays, wipes, and hand sanitizers to keep you safe this time of year. We carry toilet paper with a large assortment of hand towels. Check out our private line of colorful products like Mom's Streak-Free Glass Cleaner or our friendly Amazing Green Bowl Cleaner. Go online to sageselects.com, visit our 9th Street location in Salina, or call 309-1919.
Madeline Harold, the Mad Dog, has had herself a day. 21 strikeouts, 1 unearned run allowed. She has allowed total in this game 7 base runners, and her team finally breaking through to give her the run support she so desperately needed in their half of the 13th. Southeast of Saline now down to their final 3 outs. Abby Wyatt, J.C. Berghardt, and Lexi Jacobson represent the last hopes for Southeast of Saline. And the first pitch for Madeline Harold will miss low. Starts the count off at 1-0 here on the Southeast 8-hole hitter. Abby Wyatt today 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts and a flyout. Chops one up the middle. That is going to eat up Rogers. And Southeast of Saline now has the leadoff runner aboard with nobody out for J.C. Berghardt. Actually, I'm trying to see if that is, in fact, I think that's J.C. Berghardt. That is J.C. Berghardt. So an E6 to start the inning. Berghardt at the plate has reached on 2 walks today, is otherwise officially 0 for 2. First pitch in for a called strike. Southeast of Saline has put up big runs this year. The lowest total they've been held to was 3 in a 3-2 win over Abilene, another NCKL foe, last week. Berghardt stands in. The 0-1 misses upstairs, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. But SES is a team that can get up on you in a hurry. The only problem is Harold has been mowing down hitters like it's going out of style today. 1 ball, 1 strike. Harold back in the circle. Pitch to Berghardt is laced foul down the third base line. Got to wonder, too, what this means for Game 2 of this supposed to be a doubleheader, but, of course, no lights here in Gypsum. We'll have to get the official ruling after this game. For now, it's a 1-2 count to J.C. Berghardt. Madeline Harold back in the circle. Here comes the 1-2. And it's fouled away. Berghardt fights it off, stays alive. We will do it once again. Southeast has done a good job of fighting off pitch after pitch after pitch, but it seems like today, Madeline Harold has always had the last laugh. Harold. The 1-2. Misses inside, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Aside from the free passes, Harold has allowed a whopping total of 2 hits today. The 1 run she gave up was unearned. 2-2. In the dirt, gets by the catcher. Runner's going to turn and take second. And Abby Wyatt is in scoring position on the passed ball. Again, her run doesn't mean all that much with Southeast down by 4, but it takes the force out at second if Southeast can get something going here. Lady Trojans still a long ways away from a potential come-from-behind victory. It would take a Herculean effort for Southeast. The payoff pitch, swung on and missed. Make it 22 strikeouts on the day for the Mad Dog. And it's 1 down in the 13th for Lexi Jacobson. Jacobson has struck out 3 times herself. Once in the first, once in the third, once in the 6th. She laid down a sac bunt in the 9th. She lined it back to the pitcher in the 11th. And here she takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. Harold's got plenty of pitches to waste here. Again, for Southeast of Saline right now, the tying run is represented by Brielle Potachik. They would have to do some work just to get her up to the plate. 1-0 to Jacobson. Misses high and outside, and the count is 2-0. SES not going down without a fight. 8-0 coming into this game. The 2-0 is lifted foul back to the screen, and the count is 2-1 here to Jacobson. Just wanted to take a minute and go back to the stat because it's absolutely wild. Southeast as a lineup has struck out 16 times coming into this game. Harold has 22 strikeouts in this game and misses high to make the count 3-1. This is Jacobson's spot. 3 balls, 1 strike. Looking for a little redemption at bat here after an 0-for-5 start. 3-1. The pitch. Misses. Oh, boy. Jacobson thought it was high. I thought it was high. But it's a called strike, and the count is 3-2. Jacobson got to find a way to get protective here. And needing time is Madeline Harold. Wants to take a moment and think this over. 3-2. Swung on and missed. 23 strikeouts for Madeline Harold. And the Irish are 1 out away from pulling it off in 13. Maddie Harris represents the last hope for Southeast of Saline. The Lady Trojans trail by 4. Harris today officially 0-for-3 with a walk and an error. She's reached base twice today and takes the first pitch high for ball 1. This has been a fun battle to watch all afternoon. The 1-0 misses low, and the count goes to 2-0. Brielle Potachik in the on-deck circle would love another at-bat. Southeast of Saline looking for a miracle here in the 13th. The 2-0 is popped up. A chance for the catch to be made, and that will do it. Madeline Harold caps off a masterpiece with 23 strikeouts, and Southeast of Saline is undefeated no more. The Lady Irish move to 7-2. Southeast of Saline falls to 8-1 in a 5-1 epic that took 13 innings to sort out. We will step away. We will be back with game number 2 when we return. This has been the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Year.